and 7 under after a birdie at 18 to force a playoff. So it's Ronnie Black and Wayne Grady. Action is about to get underway in Game 3 of the NBA Finals between the Detroit Pistons and the Los Angeles Lakers. So we are going to leave the Manufacturers Hanover Westchester Classic now, so that you might see that game in its entirety. We'll keep you updated on the progress of this tournament during the NBA telecast. And so for our CBS Sports Announce crew, Pat Summerall saying so long from the 1989 Manufacturers Hanover Westchester Classic.
United Airlines, from the ground up, rededicated to giving you the service you deserve. Come fly the friendly skies.
The best reporter on the beat. That's the signature of a great news organization. You always know when it's CBS News.
This is CBS.
2 great reasons to come to Highland Superstores this week. 1. The price on this 5,000 BTU air conditioner is just $162. 2. The name on this air conditioner is Whirlpool. Highland. Nobody gives you more, and nobody sells for less.
Knowing the plays and keeping to the game plan make the Metro Detroit Ford dealers Detroit's best team.
That's right, Coach Daly. Get 2.9% financing or $750 cash back on new Ford Taurus, or up to $1,000 cash back on Tempo. Plus, get $750 cash back on selected new Thunderbirds.
Number 1 in the standings week after week, the Metro Detroit Ford dealers.
Jerome, Duncan, Van Dyke, 17.5 mile, Huntington, Rochester, north of M59, Riverside, Jefferson, east of I-75, North Brothers, Ford Road, east of Wayne.
2 more great reasons to come to Highland Superstores this week. 1. The price on this auto reverse car stereo is just $149. 2. The name on this car stereo is JVC. Highland. Nobody gives you more, and nobody sells for less.
It's called The War, and you know it's going to be a fight to the finish when Detroit's Thomas Hearns opens fire on Sugar Ray Leonard Monday in Las Vegas. I'm Eli Zary, and I'll bring you live reports and the inside view from Vegas tonight on Eyewitness News. If it's sweats, grunts, or punches, I'll show you. We'll talk to the fighters, assess the battle plans, and then analyze the ruins and spoils of war. Join me in the trenches and get it all tonight on Eyewitness News.
Come back to A Current Affair weeknights at 7 on TV2.
Next, exclusively from CBS Sports, Game 3 of the NBA Finals.
With a sparkle in their eye and a pounding in their heart, these determined Detroit Pistons have captured the first 2 games of the NBA Finals, soaring past their foes from the West. So now the pressure lies squarely on the Lakers, who have been frustrated at every turn, as the bad boys from Motown are halfway toward an NBA World Championship. The defending champions from Los Angeles face a steep climb in these NBA Finals. And in Game 2, that hurdle grew even steeper as Magic Johnson limped off in agony. In his absence, the Lakers performed with courage and character, but those efforts went unrewarded. And as a result, the champions are on the ropes, desperately searching for answers. The Pistons' dream of an NBA championship is within their grasp. But the crown still belongs to the veteran Lakers, who must have a little magic to retain it. A glorious Sunday afternoon in Southern California. Looking out here on the coast, Los Angeles, the harbors, and then inland with a fresh coat of paint, the Forum in Inglewood, California, and some very uneasy fans in here because despite the fact that the Lakers have won the last 2 NBA Finals, they now find themselves trailing Detroit 2-0. Faces of the Lakers who were out here earlier today with a shoot-around and the pressure is squarely on them. Byron Scott will be unable to play today. We are still waiting to find out about Magic Johnson's status for this game. So we welcome everybody to the 1989 NBA Finals. It's Game 3 coming your way between the Detroit Pistons and the Los Angeles Lakers. Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. I'm Brent Musburger. And how important is this particular game? Well, I'm sure down on one of our production trucks outside the arena, there's a graphic that says no team in the history of the NBA has ever won a championship trailing 3 games to none. Obviously, the Lakers know what they have to accomplish here today. The question that you want answered is, what about Magic Johnson? Let me take you back to Game 2. It was Thursday night, Auburn Hills, Michigan. Score was tied at the time. Watch Magic there on the left hand. You perhaps have seen this video over and over for the last couple of days. But how about the Warrior wanting to stay on the floor? And a trainer telling him there's just absolutely no way. Now, a short time ago, he led the Lakers out onto the floor. The left hamstring thickly taped, and after going through a drill, he headed back toward the Lakers locker room. And let's go down there now to Pat O'Brien. Pat.
All right, Brent, just inside the locker room here, about 5 feet in, is Magic Johnson riding an exercise bike, trying to keep warm. They figure this is a better workout for him in there than it is out there. The word is here, they all seem to think he's going to play. They've sort of given him the okay to play. The big decision is only with Magic Johnson. Whether or not he feels that he can play, it's all up to him. It's the biggest kept secret in the forum this afternoon. A story we'll stay on. During the game, if he plays, he will come back in here to keep warm rather than sit on the bench when he's out of the ball game. So it's a story obviously we'll be watching all afternoon long. Brent.
All right, Pat. Thank you. And obviously, Pat Riley, he could start Magic here today, or he could bring him off the bench and give them an emotional lift with this crowd coming alive. They're going to need the crowd here today. Now, let's go down to the gentlemen who are going to be calling the action for you, Dick Stockton and Hubie Brown. Dick.
Thank you very much, Brent. The psychological effects cannot be discounted because of the injuries to both Scott and Magic Johnson, but the crowd should help him. It was an early arriving crowd and they're in place. But the Laker regulars have really not played that well, and you can thank the Detroit Pistons. If the series is 2-1, the Pistons will have to think. If it's 3-0, they'll be thinking of champagne. And Hubie Brown, who has to come forward for the Lakers this afternoon?
Well, I think James Worthy must come in with a big game, Dick, in a high field goal percentage night. Then the center position with Kareem and Michael Thompson. They need not only the points from there, but the shot blocking and the rebounding. Must intimidate in the lane.
I would think the Pistons want to just keep that ball going, huh?
Well, the guards are dominating the series off the dribble. They're breaking the Laker defense down. And then their own defense with the shot blocking and then getting every loose ball. Very impressive.
All right, Game 3 ready to start. Right now, let's go back up to Brent, and here's Magic.
Thank you, Dick. As Magic Johnson now returning to the floor, and the crowd certainly welcoming his return. As for the Detroit Pistons and their fine coach, Chuck Daly, he is going to be coaching with a very heavy heart here this afternoon. Just a short time ago, he got word of the death of a close friend, Jack McMahon, longtime head coach and assistant in the NBA, has died at the age of 60. McMahon most recently was an assistant coach for Don Nelson with the Golden State Warriors. A few years back, Jack and Chuck Daly were the assistants for Billy Cunningham when the Philadelphia 76ers swept through to an NBA championship. So sometimes the game is not the most important thing in a person's life. We come back now. It'll be Game 3 of the NBA Finals, Los Angeles and Detroit on CBS.
CBS Sports coverage of Game 3 of the 1989 NBA Finals is sponsored by Miller Lite, sole sponsor of the match of the century, Lightomania. Delta Airlines, we love to fly, and it shows. And by Plymouth, and the 9 most important words Plymouth knows.
Renters, insure your boxer shorts from lightning, theft, fire, and more. Renters Insurance covers things like VCRs and TVs, too. Renters Insurance, another reason you're in good hands with Allstate.
Rich McMahon and John Madden here for Lightomania. Here we go. Introducing the challenger, the masked Marauder. And the champ, Jesse the Body Ventura. Okay, boys. You know the rules. No noogies. Any of this? Oh, no. Lightomania, brought to you by America's favorite light beer, Miller Lite. Oh, who's going to win? The Masked Marauder?
Les Philly.
Or Jesse? Tastes great.
Introducing the new 1990 Plymouth Laser RS Turbo. To have 190 horsepower. To go 0 to 60 in 6.6 seconds. To make car and drivers 10 best before the first one was sold. Takes a world beater. The all-new Plymouth Laser RS Turbo proves the 9 most important words Plymouth knows.
Get 0% financing or $300 to $2,000 cash back on other new Chrysler Plymouth cars.
Renters, insure your pajamas from fire, theft, explosion, and more. Renters insurance covers things like computers and stereos, too. Renters insurance, another reason you're in good hands with Allstate.
When it comes to protecting your investment, isn't it worth paying for the real thing? Because only Armorall works like Armorall.
We're back at the Forum in Inglewood, California, getting set for Game 3 and the lineups. Aguirre, Mahorn, Laimbeer, Thomas, and Dumars for the Pistons. And look at the Lakers. Magic Johnson is starting at guard alongside Michael Cooper, along with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, A.C. Green, and James Worthy. And just to prove they don't have to be ultra dramatic in Tinseltown, Magic Johnson was one of the first introduced, Hubie, and Kareem, as usual, was last. So they didn't change their format for this one.
No, we're right at it, and you really like the way that they're been talking beforehand. Everybody on a positive nature. Magic saying, if there's any possible way, I will be in that starting lineup today.
The officials are Ed T. Rush, Hugh Evans, and Mike Mathis. Working Game 3, Pistons lead 2 games to none. There is Isaiah Thomas, who did not have any stitches, but was cut above that left eye by an errant elbow. And there's Magic, and of course all eyes will be on him. And I guess the Lakers are taking a risk, no matter what his situation is, in playing him with a hamstring problem.
Well, right now, all he has is a strain. Byron Scott has a tear. What you're hoping, though, is that he can get through this game without tear.
And Kareem, jump it up. Laker ball.
The object is to get Magic off early in the passing department so that the rest of the guys will play with a lot of confidence. They always start by going to Kareem or Worthy.
It's Kareem. Thomas is trying to double. This is the first sky hook of the game. 3-on-2 fast break from Mahorn. No easy layups. And I think Michael Cooper sent that message on that foray.
Well, I like what Michael Cooper said yesterday, and that is that the fouls, the harder the fouls in Game 2 over Game 1, yes. But in Game 3, we're going to come about with the no layup rule.
Mahorn misses the free throw. He has played less than half of each game, giving weight mostly to John Sally.
But he's done an excellent job defensively on Worthy, fighting him for position in the low post area.
Mahorn and Sally and Rodman have all done the number on Worthy.
Joe Dumars is going to put a lot of pressure on Magic Johnson by not allowing him to get the ball, Dick.
Worthy way outside. Magic. There's Dumars all over him. Pistons said they're going to come right at Magic if he plays. Worthy misses the layup into the hands of Mahorn.
See, Detroit must push the ball and continue to push hard and hope that Magic's man will become open.
Aguirre with a one-hander, the rebound by Kareem. Wayne Brady has won the Westchester Open in a sudden death playoff. We'll send it to Harrison, New York for an update when we can. A.C. Green hits from the corner and the first basket of the game. Isaiah Thomas to Dumars. 2 brilliant games. Misses the shot. Green.
Big question today. Can Detroit continue to shoot that high percentage?
Worthy. And a foul call against the Pistons, and it looked like Mahorn.
Yeah, I like what we're seeing early, Dick, with the Lakers. They're looking up the floor. Magic cannot push the ball. Now, where he'll be missed most is from the top of the circle to the top of the other circle. That's where they get you. They get a guy ahead, and then he'll deliver that pass for the final.
Here's Worthy, who unfortunately for the Lakers missed the front end of a free throw in which the Lakers could have tied the game with seconds to go in game 2. Worthy has had a subpar series thus far, has been under 20 points in both games. Still leads the Lakers in playoffs shooting.
That's where the Detroit defense must be complimented, because they've done an excellent job in holding one of the highest field goal percentage shooters in the history of the game way below his average.
Laimbeer hits from the baseline. Bill Laimbeer has not been a factor yet in this series, was hardly one against Chicago. Less than 2 minutes gone by in the first period, and it's 4-3 in favor of the Lakers. Here's Magic hook shot. Air ball. Worthy, though, on the other side. Uses a Kareem screen, and he throws up an air ball. Rare for the Lakers. 2 in a row. Here's a 3-on-2 play. Thomas takes it strong and is fouled by Worthy.
Keep an eye on Magic Johnson now, right in the center of your screen. He's trying to go down inside, and we'll see him talking now to Mahorn. What do they call that? A little trashing time going on out there? Or a little woofing?
This is a very interesting scene here, almost eerie at the Forum. I don't know if the players are thinking it, but I know the crowd is. They're like sitting on their hands, hoping for what could be a miracle as Thomas misses the first.
A lot of pressure on Isaiah to up-tempo the game for the full 48 minutes today.
Magic gingerly coming up court. Cooper handling the ball.
We're going to see a lot of bumping.
Into Kareem. Gets rid of the double, and Cooper wide open for a 3. Hits it. Michael Cooper, who's hit 5, and they now say it's a 2-point basket just inside the line.
But it's nice to see the confidence of the outside shot, Dick.
The Lakers will take it. Thomas bumping, driving, missing. 6-4 Lakers.
Magic is really laboring now as he's trying to put the ball on the floor.
Feeding inside to Green. Green going up. And he's called for the foul. And Bill Laimbeer has picked up his first.
See, what Magic has shown me so far is that he can post up, and if Detroit will double team him, he'll find the free people. When he does put the ball on the floor, he is looking for the pass and not the shot.
AC Green, who has led the Lakers in rebounding in both games, but has not been productive that much since the Phoenix series. He had a very strong first 2 rounds. Hits the free throw. But very quiet at the Forum. Normally the late arriving crowd, however, were in place like a half hour before the game.
Well, I think everyone came early to see the condition of whether or not Magic was going to play. I think everyone feels that, you know, Byron Scott might be out for the entire time, but even that's questionable.
Missed free throw by the Lakers. That really hurt him in game 1, but LA's in front by 3 with 3 minutes going by first period. Mahorn in the low post. Turnaround, and Rick Mahorn.
Very underrated low post player. He has an excellent game. He just does not get that many shot opportunities.
Interesting that 5 of the Pistons' 6 points have come from their front court. Kareem moves his way inside and gets the basket.
That's the position that I'm looking at to play big today. Kareem and also Michael Thompson. They need the points.
Worthy is on Dumars. Dumars has been too quick for him lately, and there's Joe, who has scored 33 points in the second game in a brilliant performance. Worthy gets the basket. That's Laker pace basketball.
And that's James Worthy basketball, catching the ball out on the wing and then taking his man off the dribble.
Dumars again against Worthy.
Excellent job by James. He laid off at Joe and was going to force him to take a jump shot.
Thomas picked up by Worthy. Aguirre gets his own rebound. Tip is missed by Mahorn, and Kareem with another rebound. That's his third.
This is good basketball. Post-up Magic.
And a foot block and a new 24-second clock for the Lakers with 7:39 to go in the opening period.
See, by running Magic into the low post area and hitting him in there, Detroit knows that they must double team him, and that breaks down your defense and should open up some perimeter shooting.
So Byron Scott on the sideline, averaging 20 points a game in the playoffs. More important, his defense against people like Isaiah Thomas is missed sorely by the Lakers. Magic Johnson still has yet to score, but the Lakers have the lead by 3. Magic guarding Dumars, takes him to the hole, and Green again will prevent the layup by Dumars.
You know what I liked about that, Dick, was Dumars sized up the situation. Here comes Tony Campbell, a young man who has really answered the bell. Dumars saw that he had Magic Johnson on him, and he was going to take him right off the dribble. He waved off 2 cutters that might have had a better shot opportunity.
People are wondering where the Lakers are going to get points with Magic Johnson and Scott out of there right now. Campbell, who has been the only bright spot for L.A., other than Cooper in game number 2 for a half, could be the man they go to. He has the ability to score in bunches.
Well, Tony was a first-round draft pick by the Detroit Pistons. He played 3 seasons with them. So he knows Dumars, Vinnie Johnson, and Isaiah. He knows their pet moves, and he's not afraid to shoot over the top of them. And I like the confidence that he has played with so far in the 2 games where he had the time.
Gary Beatty over there with Magic Johnson to check on his condition. 7 minutes to go in the first period. Kareem misses the hook around the lane, and here comes the Pistons. Lakers back defensively. Dumars. Good passing. Laimbeer misses the 3-point attempt. And there's the long baseball pass from Kareem to Campbell.
Nice play by Campbell to come back on that ball.
But Detroit, see how quickly they got back. They're aware of the Lakers' explosive ability. Campbell and travel. Don't forget, Tony Campbell played just a few minutes in 4 years of playoffs. He's going to get a big dose today.
Come take a flight of fantasy.
Welcome aboard Delta. Oh!
Fly Delta to the new Disney MGM Studios theme park at Walt Disney World, where you'll see how movies are made and be part of the action. Your road to stardom starts on Delta.
The last time Dorothy flew, she was in a house.
Let Delta and Disney make your fantasy come true.
I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
Like a lot of business people, I thought all insurance companies were the same. Believe me, there's a world of difference out there. I know, because thanks to the Hartford, we survived the kind of fire that would have wiped out most companies. But with the Hartford's people behind my business, we met payroll. We got back on our feet. So please, don't tell me all insurance companies are the same. They're not.
When you need us most, we're at our best. The Hartford.
This kind of love is mythical. It's anything but typical. Simply irresistible. Simply irresistible, man. There's no other way to go. Simply irresistible.
On our way back to the NBA Finals, the Manufacturers Hanover Westchester Classic ended in sudden death. They're at the 10th hole now. Wayne Grady's second shot.
After hitting driver off the tee, he puts it this close to the hole. He was to set the scene. He hit a driver. Ronnie Black hit a 1-iron to the bottom of the hill. Have a blind second shot to this position, Pat.
Ronnie Black then for birdie. We're in sudden death.
He loses on the low side, and the best he could make is par.
And now it's up to Wayne Grady for birdie and win at the Manufacturers Hanover Westchester Classic. And that's his first PGA Tour championship. And right now, that's the way it finished, with Wayne Grady winning in a playoff over Ronnie Black. Let's go back to Dick Stockton and basketball.
All right, thank you, Pat. Right now, Pat O'Brien. Pat?
All right, Dick, thank you. There was a meeting of minds here in that timeout about Magic Johnson. Gary Vitti, the trainer, went to talk to Robert Kurland, the doctor. I don't know what they said because they're still talking it over. You can see he's talking to Pat Riley now. We'll stay on that story, but they are talking about it.
There's Magic Johnson limping as he comes up floor. Heavily taped. Got to be very tough. I don't think anyone will ever forget the look etched on his face when he suffered the injury in the third quarter at the Palace on Thursday night. 6:15 to go in the first quarter. They double-team Dumars on a trap. They want to take the ball out of the hands of the guards, but Laimbeer burns him with a basket.
You know, for a guy with a pinched nerve, Bill Laimbeer is shooting the ball and looking for the distant shot.
Then we'll see Rodman get a million rebounds with his bad back. They've been playing hurt. And a foul called, a non-shooting foul. Let's check with Pat O'Brien again. Pat?
All right, I'm behind the Laker. What, Gary? Okay, he's not going to play anymore in this halftime. According to Gary Vitti, the conversation with the doctors, they're going to examine him again during the halftime. The story will stay on in bad news for the Lakers.
All right, Pat, thank you very much. There was an out-of-bounds play the first time, but now we have a personal foul, and it's on Mark Aguirre, his first. Team fouls are all even right now, 3 apiece, with just under 6 minutes to go in the first quarter.
The reason why that's a two-shot foul in the NBA, when the ball is out of bounds, if you foul a man coming to a ball before the pass is made, it's automatic two-shot.
So AC Green on the line again. Trying to give the Lakers the lead after the Pistons forged ahead for the first time just a moment ago, and it's LA by 1. We're at the Forum in Inglewood, California. Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, Brett Musburger, and Pat O'Brien. Game 3 of the NBA Finals between the Pistons and the Lakers. And the Lakers going into their trap against Detroit. 2-0 the series lead in favor of Detroit. Isaiah Thomas beats it with a layup on the weak side.
That's the one part of the game that the Lakers must improve on today, and is taking the guards with the shot block out of this game.
Here's Kareem looking to pass or shoot. Skyhook hasn't gone for him yet, and the rebound by Aguirre loses it to AC Green. 3-on-2. Here's Campbell. Drives for the basket. Tony Campbell, and maybe the biggest cheer we've heard from the Forum crowd right now.
Well, Campbell really attacked the basket hard that time.
Cooper is on Thomas. Worthy to help. Campbell guarding Dumars, and he'll be called for the personal foul. That'll be the 4th against the Lakers. One more, and they're in the penalty.
Well, Tony Campbell's frustrated, except he was bodying Joe Dumars with the lower part of his body. He realizes that the nemesis so far has been off the dribble, layup drill, layup drill. They've got to keep him out of the middle.
So far, the shooting, both teams are under 50%. That's an advantage to the Pistons.
They call that incidental contact that time.
Incidentally, they call it incidental contact. Right?
That's right.
12 on the shot clock. No one inside now for Detroit. Thomas working against Worthy, has it blocked by Worthy, but there's Mahorn with the short jumper. So Mahorn has 5, Laimbeer 4, and the forwards have come out strong for Detroit today.
Well, it's loose balls, and guards going down the middle like a freeway. The Lakers must be more active at the defensive end.
Worthy to Kareem. Both of his baskets have come on layups. He's 0 for 3 in the sky hook department. Back and forth they go in the opening period. Nearly 4 minutes remaining. Joe Dumars hits. Joe Dumars scored over 20 in both games in regular season against the Lakers, and he really burned them again in postseason.
That was a tough shot.
And a foul. That'll be the 4th against Detroit. Here's the problem with the Detroit guards as far as the Lakers are concerned. Look how they are shooting in this series compared to the earlier playoff rounds. AC Green gets his own rebound. Fighting inside, and they'll call a Detroit foul. The previous one was on Dumars, and now a Piston foul will put him into the penalty. And it'll be on Laimbeer, his second.
And watch now on the block out. They miss AC Green. He shoots, he comes in, he gets his own shot. But watch how he's looking for the foul. You see, you can't do that. You can't anticipate the body contact. Just take it up, dunk it strong, and then look for the hit there.
So Bill Laimbeer may be coming out of the game shortly. James Edwards and Dennis Rodman poised to come in for the Pistons at the scorer's table. Green misses the free throw, and here they come. So Laimbeer checks out, and so does Aguirre. So the Detroit bench, one of the best, if not the best in the league, starting to make their appearance.
Well, James Edwards has been a major contributor offensively as well as on the boards, and there he is right there. The worm, Dennis Rodman. Shot block, rebounds, gets all the loose balls, and then takes at least 2 or 3 charges.
He missed them both, but the Lakers get the loose ball outside again. There's incidental contact on the other side.
Yeah, but Michael Cooper, when that happens, Dick, he's got to take the ball off the dribble and get down inside.
Worthy is double teamed, beats the double, misses the layup, and Rodman with the rebound, and they'll call the foul against James Worthy, and that will be 2 on Worthy. Last man the Lakers need to get into any kind of foul trouble would be their leading scorer in the playoffs, Mr. Worthy.
Well, they're coming right now with Michael Thompson. James Worthy must be available for them in that last quarter to play premium time from 8 minutes down, because he'll be the major guy that they will go to if this is a close game.
Both teams in the penalty. Worthy goes out, and Michael Thompson, normally Kareem's backup, has come in the game. But you're going to see more of Mark McNamara, who has hardly played lately, as Kareem's backup. So the Lakers playing without Magic Johnson, who has a strained hamstring. Started the game, had to come out, and will not play the rest of this half. And Byron Scott, who may be gone for the entire series, also with a hamstring tear. Cooper misses a 3. Thompson, good hustle in the corner for the Lakers.
Well, that's what they need a lot of. Activity by the front court people.
Edwards against Kareem. Steele hasn't hit on the sky hook, but there's an offensive rebound by Thompson. All goes for naught for the Lakers, who trail by 3. And on the other side, an offensive foul called against Detroit.
On the shot, you'll see Michael Thompson come into your picture right here. A lot of activity, but see, you must attack strong. You cannot anticipate that you're going to get an uncontested shot, because Detroit tries to block every single penetration.
It was an out-of-bounds call, no foul. Under 3 minutes remaining in the first period. Kareem makes good finally on the sky hook, and he has 6 points to lead the Lakers.
See, the opportunities are there for Kareem. He's very active. They're playing him one-on-one, and there's no reason that he can't shoot a high percentage today.
Pistons by 1. They have had 5 different players score, led by Dumars with 6. And that's an offensive foul.
That was Dennis Rodman on an offensive foul down on the baseline, setting a pick.
Timeout.
Welcome back to Lightomania.
Hard to believe we're winning.
Hold it. Thank you.
Jesse's going for the mask.
Wow, the old mask trick. You're still using it.
Who is this guy? Oh, look out! Oh, this is it, John.
Wyatt,
It's Euchre.
Gee, what a surprise.
Hi, John. Wait, it's not over yet. Jesse is really L.C. Greenwood. What a makeup job. And I'm not Vince McMahon.
Oh, here's Sonny Bono.
Hi, everybody.
Well, Sonny, Taste Great has won, which proves Miller Lite is America's favorite light beer. Because when it's Miller Lite, less filling really tastes great.
I fooled everyone. Who is this guy? Now listen, I got a story for everyone.
Introducing the all-new Plymouth Acclaim LX. To have V6 power, available room for 6, ultra-drive automatic transmission. To combine the best of all worlds takes a world beater. The new Plymouth Acclaim LX proves the 9 most important words Plymouth knows.
Get 0% financing or $300 to $2,000 cash back on select new Chrysler Plymouth cars.
There's a war going on.
I damn near got killed out there.
And it's burning up inside.
I'd like to see you again if I could.
You could?
Tour of Duty getting hotter Tuesday.
Well, here's what it comes down to. Without Magic Johnson and Byron Scott, 40 points. You have Cooper and Campbell in there, 13 points. And that doesn't even start to tell the rest of the story concerning leadership and defensive play. So the Lakers really hurting without those two.
Well, without James Worthy in the lineup now because of foul trouble, let's face it, if I'm Pat Riley, I know that I must go into Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and the shot opportunities are there. If they double team, that will open up Michael Cooper. Now, the other two people that must become involved with the offense are Campbell at that second guard position and Michael Thompson. These are two guys who have scored and can score.
Vinnie Johnson's assignment is Tony Campbell up court. Thomas making Cooper work. Cooper gets free. And fighting for the rebound comes into the hands of Thomas. But the Lakers are certainly scrapping. They're giving that effort here in this first quarter.
Well, I like what I see offensively. They're getting excellent shots at the basket, and they're fighting on that offensive board.
Thomas. Jump ball. They double-teamed him going to the hoop. I think it was Cooper and Michael Thompson. And Isaiah Thomas came down and will have a jump.
See, this is pro basketball, playoff time. And like we say, the rule today is no layups. And there we have it. We have the jump ball situation. Zeke is a little bit perturbed. He thought that he was hammered there by two guys.
Tip control by the Lakers. And Orlando Woolridge has replaced Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the lineup. So Michael Thompson then moves to center. And he'll be defended by James Edwards. Woolridge has the ability to get some points on the board.
And he's got a tough guy on him in Rodman.
Inside. Great pass. Michael Thompson to Tony Campbell.
See, the Lakers must go to their continuity offense, which means movement by everyone other than the guy with the ball. They have the size and the quickness.
We've had 9 lead changes in this first quarter with 1:25 remaining. Vinnie Johnson loses the ball. Great play by Campbell. Gets the ball back at the other end, and he gets clobbered.
That's part of the game.
Rodman pushes Campbell.
Yes.
But that's part of the game. It's been going on at the other end as well.
Right. When it goes at one end, you know it's going to go at both. And let's face it, the players involved here know that this is part of the NBA playoffs. This isn't the first time we've seen anything like this. Now watch as Tony goes strong to the basket now. You'll see the foul. It's going to be a hard foul. There it is right there. Now he went for the block and the foul. What's the problem?
We don't have any right here.
No, none at all.
Tony may be a little perturbed. Isaiah Thomas.
Well, when the ball got thrown at Zeke there right now, he retaliated by throwing it back.
And a technical foul has been called against Tony Campbell for throwing the ball initially. He went after Rodman a little, and Thomas makes the tee. Campbell, of course, spent 3 years with the Pistons as their #1 pick and rarely played. He was on a championship team last year in both the CBA and the NBA. Not many people can lay claim to that.
Well, you know, he's been around. Coaching staff has a lot of confidence in him because they like his defense. He has quick feet. He's got good size, and he'll put his body on people.
And the technical, as he saw, came after he tossed the ball at Isaiah Thomas, protesting too much to Mike Mathis.
You know, the Lakers, Dick, for a team that shot 80% on the foul line during the year, really struggling at playoff time.
They are 6 for 10 from the line in this game and lead by 1. John Sally into the game for the Pistons. Needs Rodman, beautifully executed.
Well, that was planned. Anytime you drive to the basket, the guy on the foul line come right down in front of the basket. Beautiful.
Rodman and Sally, both part of the 1986 draft crop by the Pistons. Cooper misses the 3, and Rodman clears the ball with 47 seconds.
Now that's Cooper's 3rd attempt at a 3. If you just take his time, you know, he'll get that shot all day today because Detroit is double teaming very quickly inside.
Johnson's trying to come around a screen, and Cooper stays with him. 7 on the shot clock now for Detroit. Thomas left open, hits it. And Isaiah Thomas now and Dumars, the backcourt starting to cook, have 6 apiece for Detroit. They lead by 3. 16 on the shot clock. There's a 3-second differential between the shooting clock and the game clock. Woolridge, offensive foul as he knocks Rodman down.
You know what I liked about that move by Rodman? He moved his feet, he got there, and then he put his chest right into Woolridge. Now you'll see it. Now watch how he puts his chest there to get the contact. And then naturally a little acting. But then again, we are in LA, right?
Rodman does that as well as any guy in the league. Final seconds of the first quarter. Vinnie Johnson gets the basket and will have a chance to get a 3-point play.
See, that's a crusher. They went out there and they trapped Vinnie, but he split the trap. He stepped right through it. But that's a player on that line right now who's playing a great deal of confidence. He's shooting up over 60% in this series.
Vinnie Johnson, a native of Brooklyn, New York, who played his college ball at Baylor. Pistons had hoped they'd get good numbers every other game from him. He's given them 2 good ones in a row. 1 second to go. He got it off in time. So the Pistons score 6 straight points to close out the first period. And after 1 period of game number 3, it's Detroit 27, Los Angeles 22.
You don't have to be country to know great country taste. Introducing McDonald's new country-style McChicken sandwich. You don't have to play country to enjoy all-white breast meat in a crisp country coating. You don't have to fiddle, pluck, or squeeze to see how great those special country seasonings taste. New country-style McChicken, only at McDonald's.
I was all wrong. We belong together.
I know.
So let's get married.
Buy a big house.
Sure, we're gonna hit it big, kid. Stocks, bonds. We're on our way to Rainbow City.
In the movies, happy endings are easy. But in the real world, it takes solid planning. So for financial security, peace of mind, and finding the home of your dreams, come to the companies of the Prudential and build your future on the rock.
You are so can't you see everything I hope for? You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me.
CBS Sports coverage of Game 3 of the 1989 NBA Finals is sponsored by the Heartbeat of America, Today Chevrolet, AT&T, The Right Choice, and by Minute Maid Orange Soft Drink, the orange of the NBA.
And welcome back to the Forum in Inglewood, California. The Los Angeles Lakers and the Pistons. Detroit leads 27-22, and a solemn crowd here just getting over the loss of Magic Johnson. In that huddle over there that they just came out of, the biggest concern in the huddle is that they feel that they know that the Pistons have scored every time against a Laker trap. With everything else going on, that's more bad news for them. Dick Hubie?
You'll see right here how Campbell is trying to channel Vinnie Johnson to the right of your screen. But you see, there's the smartness of a proven scorer. He did not come off the screen. He stepped right through and created for himself.
Well, Hubie, the Pistons have to like the better balance in their scoring because it's been virtually evenly divided between the front court and the back court as we start the second period. James Worthy who has committed 2 fouls, is back in the game. He's been 1 for 4 from the field, but as we've said, they need points from number 42.
See, here we're going to have the Laker trap. It's a 1-3-1. Usually the corners are open. There it is right there, diagonal pass.
That was John Sally. And the foul against Orlando Woolridge. So Sally will go to the free throw line. On Friday, he was on location with Eddie Murphy, his friend, who's filming Harlem Nights here in Los Angeles. And so he had a chance to be with his pal. And so it hasn't been all practice and drudgery for John Sally on this trip.
Well, you know, Isaiah Thomas would like all of the players to take an hour and concentrate on the game in the locker room. Sally says, I spend my hour out with the media. This is on stage time. Showtime.
Whatever it takes, right? Pistons, meanwhile, have a 9-0 run going as the Lakers trail by 8 points, and that's broken as Worthy gets the basket and is fouled, and Chuck Daly is upset.
Well, Chuck is upset, except that was a great move. Watch how quick he drop steps to the baseline here. You'll see, there it is, boom. That was a travel. All right, and then he beat him up inside because he switched pivot feet there, and he moved it. That's interesting.
Sally committing the foul. And a 3-point play by Worthy brings the Lakers to within 5. But the key thing, Lakers defensively, is that James Worthy can't afford to pick up any more fouls in this half. Here's the trap again.
Detroit taking their time and sizing up. Now the Lakers match up man-to-man.
4 seconds on the shot clock. Rodman nearly out of bounds, knocked away by Cooper. 3-on-2 now, and Worthy has it knocked away by Sally, and it's still Laker ball, but they broke up a 3-on-2 opportunity. The Piston defense, terrific unit.
Well, they're solid everywhere, Dick. They're solid in their half court, and then when they are in transition, which is the toughest thing to sell to your players.
Mahorn is back and Sally is out. Mahorn scored 5 points in the first quarter. Edwards is guarding Worthy. Vinnie Johnson is on Campbell. 2 seconds on the clock. And Vinnie Johnson commits the foul on a player in the corner with 2 seconds on a 24-second shot clock.
See, if I'm coaching the Lakers and I'm playing against a very physical team like Detroit, you have got to put your body on people when it's your assignment. You cannot go down in there and hesitate and allow them to fight their way through the picks. And that's something which we have seen in these early games.
Vinnie Johnson with his first foul and Tony Campbell with the free throw. Magic Johnson on the bench talking with Jeff Lamp. Started the game. Played a few moments and had to come out. 4 minutes exactly. Not playing anymore in this half, and we'll see what happens in the second. Meanwhile, the Lakers have come within 3. Thomas fights for his own rebound, and you got to remember he's one of the better offensive rebounders that the Pistons have at 6'1", and a Laker foul.
Yeah, but see, that's the Lakers' Achilles heel. When you're in a half-court trap, you must board. All 5 guys have got to rebound and understand that one guy cannot get the job done. Isaiah at 6'1", shot the shot, went in between a guy at 6'10" and another guy at 6'9" and rebounded. Can't happen.
Thomas goes out having scored 6, and he's replaced by Joe Dumars. Foul was on Michael Thompson. Each team with 2 team fouls. Mahorn finds an opening. Picked up and in by Dennis Rodman. Again, the second shots for Detroit.
Absolutely, Dick. They're just all over the offensive boards.
Campbell puts a fake on Vinnie Johnson and draws the foul. Good quick move by Tony Campbell.
You'll see the move here by Mahorn. I really like what Rick did here. He challenges down in. Now watch out of the right side of your screen. There he is, the worm. Notice where he came from, behind the backboard. He'll always go behind the board and step back in.
I mean, he wormed his way in.
Oh, I know.
That's why. That's not why he has his name. He got the nickname because of the pinball machine body English he used to give it. Foul was on Mahorn, his second.
How about the aggressiveness of Tony Campbell? A lot of pressure on this young man to deliver. I would say that he's standing up and he's taking his swings.
Maybe playing more playoff minutes in this game than he has in his 4-year career Vinnie Johnson with a runner, gets another roll again. So 4 points for Vinnie Johnson. 16 points total by the Detroit Guards of their 34. Campbell working against Dumars. Good strong move to the basket, but counts and a foul. What a move by Tony Campbell.
Who is this guy?
And where has he been?
Yes, indeed. You know, when you're the ninth man with the Lakers in their rotation, you don't get a lot of time. But watch how he beats Joe off the dribble and then switches hands and shoots with his left.
Edwards foul. Well, they're getting something from number 19.
The 1990 Family Lumina comes with a warranty that covers everything, bumper to bumper. Introducing the Family Lumina from today's Chevrolet. The new Chevy Lumina has the rust protection of two-sided galvanized steel body panels to guard it from the elements, no matter how severe they get. Introducing the 1990 Family Lumina from today's Chevrolet.
Thanks.
Say, where'd you learn to dunk? In finishing school?
Oh, now don't you start telling me I shouldn't dunk.
Of course you shouldn't. You don't know how to do it. Dunking's an art. It's all a matter of timing. I'll write a book about it.
Thanks, Professor.
If you're a business spending over $120 a month in long-distance services, and you think that you're saving 20 to 30% with another carrier, we want you to try AT&T Pro Watts. We'll waive the installation charges, waive the change charges, and if you're not satisfied and agree that we have the best value, price, and quality, at the end of 90 days, we'll pay to put you back on your other long-distance vendor.
Save 10 to 26% or more on AT&T Long Distance. Call now.
That's the Griffith Observatory on a beautiful day in Southern California. And we've been observing the Los Angeles Lakers trying to hang in there against the Detroit Pistons without their starting backcourt. Detroit leads by 3. Byron Scott out of this game. Magic played 4 minutes and is out for the rest of this half. Hubie, how are the Lakers able to stay within range 3 points of the Pistons so far?
Well, I think they're doing an excellent job in their shot distribution. More people are involved. You know, Worthy and Kareem you expected, but now Tony Campbell giving him a shot in the arm. But they must get Woolridge in this because of his creativity off the dribble. At the other end of the floor, the aggressiveness must start to come on that defensive board if the Lakers are going to hang around here.
Tony Campbell is shooting his 7th free throw in 10 minutes of playing time, which gives you an indication of how aggressive he's been.
Well, he has the size, Dick. You know, he's 6'7". He can shoot over the top of any one of the 3 guards that's on him.
Missed the free throw, but he's got 11 points to lead the Lakers. Well, the lead is still 3.
The reason why the Lakers are in this trap is to hide their defensive guys that cannot guard in the matchup. Also to take them out of their pattern offensive half-court set.
Rodman has it knocked away, out of bounds. It'll be a Lakers ball. And also, I guess, it also keeps the ball away from their shooting guards where they want to shoot it.
Well, when you take guys out of their continuity, it becomes more freelance. And it puts a lot of pressure on them to open people up for the uncontested shot.
Crowd beginning to get into this a lot more.
Well, they sense they can win it.
Woolridge.
Oh, there he is!
The X factor or the O factor, whichever you prefer, brings the Lakers to within a point. Vinnie Johnson misses a 3, hustles for his own rebound. Michael Thompson out of a crowd, and the Lakers have a 3-on-2 break. Cooper, Woolridge lost the ball, but it's still LA's.
See, that's there for them if they'll just rebound and get the ball out. Watch Orlando. He loves that side of the floor right there. When he was in Chicago, he averaged over 18 a game for a number of years, and they would isolate him right there.
Mark Aguirre, who has averaged 13 points a game in this series, but hasn't yet scored, has replaced Rodman in the Detroit lineup. Worthy tried to scoop it, gets another chance. And now the Lakers have regained the lead. Earlier they were up 11-8. And they're up again.
Do I notice an increase in fan support here?
I guess it can be measured with Laker performance. Huh?
Yes.
What a surprise. Campbell fouls Dumas.
Yo, watch a fight. Mahorn and Cooper down on the baseline.
Rick Mahorn came charging in. And Hugh Evans had to move Mahorn away. And Cooper, Cooper may be the most aggressive and tough Laker of them all, despite the fact that he looks like a string bean out there.
Absolutely. Now, major problem. Cooper is their only true point guard unless they go to David Rivers. Now, here we have the action. There it is right there.
No, Mahorn grabbed his shorts. Mahorn grabbed his shorts.
Well, the one thing about Cooper is he's not going to back off of any player in the league. He'll go right in there. UB Evans doing an excellent job getting Mahorn out of there.
But Mahorn had grabbed the shorts of Cooper before any of the fisticuffs started. There's Rodman, who's getting the ice treatment from Mike Abdenauer. He has had back spasms, which have affected him since the Chicago series.
Now, there's a worried guy right there, Pat Riley. Let's face it here now. His only point guard that's in their normal rotation that's left is Cooper. Now, if he should go right here, this is going to be interesting. Now, it looks like they're going to keep him around and call some technical fouls.
We have a personal foul against Tony Campbell.
Tony Campbell committed the personal foul. That is his third personal. Double technical foul. Rick Mahorn and Michael Cooper. AC Green quickly checks into the game. Campbell has 3 personals and is the leading scorer with 11, and he's going to sit down. Sally has checked in for the Pistons, and so is AC Green. As Dumars goes to the line, he was fouled by Campbell. Looking at the lineups out there, what kind of teams do the Pistons have in the Lakers?
No, I think that the Pistons are fine. They have half of their first unit out there right now, 3/4 of it, and then they have them with Sally and Edwards up front for the defense. When you look at the Lakers, let's face it, Pat Riley and his staff have beat they're sighing there. Woo, relief. Come on, how could they have competed for the rest of this game without a point guard of Michael Cooper? I would have put an awful lot of pressure on David Rivers.
We haven't mentioned David Rivers yet. He is the only rookie on the Lakers out of Notre Dame who is expected to play. So far, he has not.
This is the first time today that we've seen Detroit in their little trap.
Woolridge. And he's fouled. Worthy got it into Woolridge. Foul is on Edwards, his second. We're at the Forum in Inglewood, California. Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, along with Brent Musburger and Pat O'Brien. Crucial Game 3 of the NBA Finals. The Lakers home now for what they hope will be 3 games. Trailing 2-0. And playing without Magic Johnson, who played 4 minutes and had to come out. Byron Scott is not here. 2 big players out of action. Yet the Lakers have hung in there with a trapping defense and good play by Tony Campbell offensively.
Well, Woolridge is starting to come to life, Dick. He was at least 1.5 feet over the top of that rim on that dunk.
We have had 13 lead changes, and now with 7 on the shot clock, they trap Dumars. Isaiah Thomas on the baseline gives Detroit the lead. So Thomas came in for Vinnie Johnson.
That was a great shot attempt by Isaiah. Both teams are going to their traps now, to force you to play intuition type of basketball.
Woolridge misses and a whistle. The Pistons were off and running to the races, and instead it'll be a Detroit foul.
Mike Matthews is telling AC Green that he's calling the game. Now watch AC right on Joe Dumars. Look at that. Excellent foot movement. What a move here by Zeke.
Sally with the second foul and AC Green at the line. The Pistons are in the penalty. The Lakers have committed 3 team fouls, and here is AC Green, who had his tooth loosened in the beginning of this series. Here's Kareem back in the game. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar playing in his last series, the Swan Song. Wilridge goes out, scored 4 points this quarter.
He's a little down because Pat took him out. He feels that he's making a good contribution right now. But with Kareem in the game and you throw the ball into the post-up area, now that opens up their outside people, Cooper and Tony Campbell. So, you know, you're playing different types of strategy here.
Keep in mind, too, that Edwards has 2 fouls, and if he picks up a third, that could hurt the Pistons. Dumars to Thomas. Isaiah Thomas, and the last thing you want to do if you're the Lakers is let the Piston guard shoot from the paint.
Give Isaiah some credit. He's made 2 big field goals here with the shot clock down.
10 points for Thomas to lead Detroit. Kareem, good position. Short skyhook. Worthy. Great offensive rebounding by the Lakers, but Detroit comes out with the ball. Edwards. Kareem tears it away from Thomas. He had a little bit of a height advantage on Zeke.
See, the Lakers are getting great opportunities, Dick. They're wide open.
Cooper wide open. Hits a 3. That's the first 3-point basket of the game for either team.
Well, think about Cooper's game. He opens up. Once you get that double teaming, they kick the ball out to him.
Thomas working in the paint again. Isaiah shooting over Michael Thompson. 12 for Thomas. Isaiah Thomas, who led the Pistons with 24 points in their Game 1 victory. And again, trapping the Lakers guard Cooper. Nearly halfway through this second quarter. Thompson going in strong. They broke that trap nicely.
Well, you see, the Lakers are big up front right now with Kareem and Michael Thompson, both guys at the 7-foot marker plus, and then you have Worthy, so they're very active.
Lakers by 2. Mark Aguirre from the corner, and there's Rodman inside getting the rebound and the basket. Boy, he is a pest. Dennis Rodman, huh?
He's so active, Dick. They said to him, listen, you know, you have a bad back. He said, I don't care. Even if I rip a muscle, I'm getting my playing time.
Again, they go to Kareem. Edwards with 2 fouls. Green. Now they're matching basket for basket. The Lakers by 2.
You got to love it if you're a Laker fan. This is the most aggressiveness that we have seen them pursue on that offensive board.
They're doing it without Magic Johnson, who played just 4 minutes to start the game. Dumars missed, but there's Aguirre. Good pass from Thomas to Dumars. And the rebound by Kareem. He is a tiger off the boards. He has 7 rebounds, more than he had for the first 2 games combined. Worthy goes up. Draws the foul.
Now you talk about a man working, Dick. That's a guy staying with his move.
They're going to have a timeout, but the Lakers are playing as if their lives are at stake. And it is.
Watch Kareem come right down the middle here now. They need more of this. This was right after he missed those few shots. He was determined to rebound.
Schick, the official razor of the NBA, presents Close Shaves. The spectacular Earl the Pearl Monroe leads the Bullets against the NBA champion Knicks in Game 7 of the 1971 Eastern Finals in New York. Dick Barnett explodes for 11 straight points in the first half. But it's Monroe who puts Baltimore ahead late in the fourth quarter. And when the Knicks' last attempt falls short, the Bullets celebrate a 2-point close shave victory.
Attention, all men with noses. Schick brings you the Slim Twin disposable razor. Compare Slim Twin's narrow head to Gillette Good News. Slim Twin is 28% slimmer. No wonder men prefer Slim Twin over Good News. So for a close, comfortable shave, even in hard-to-reach places, get the Schick Slim Twin, already preferred by men who have noses.
I'm Tim Simmons, State Farm agent. One day my policyholders got the back of their family car banged up. But Van and Mary and the boys didn't have to miss any family outings. They reported their claim directly to me. Our claims people were on the job pronto so that Van and Mary could get their car fixed fast. Now they know why more people think that State Farm is the best buy in car insurance. We keep things moving so you can keep your family moving.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The Lakers know how important this game is. They're crashing the offensive boards. Magic Johnson, of course, is out. Tony Campbell off the bench has scored 11. But Magic Johnson, even though he's not playing, spoke about the goals of the team today in Game 3.
We have to play a little bit more aggressive, pressure them a little bit more, and not make it as easy where they can have both the drive and the jump shot. And then our big men are going to have to play a better role in terms of contesting and blocking shots. I think that's going to be a key. Right now, they're running a lot of offense to them. Matter of fact, the offense, they've been averaging like almost 70 points between them, and they've only been getting like 100 points. So we must do a better job on them for sure.
Well, I think that we're seeing exactly what Magic said at the offensive end of the floor. The front court people are really doing a good job up front.
David Rivers, the only draft pick the Lakers made out of Notre Dame. Played 3 minutes in Game 1. Did not see action in Game 2. And Worthy is on the line. What they want Rivers to do is push the ball up, penetrate, and kick it out. Not normally the Lakers' style. They're a post-up team, but they may have to change a bit with Rivers at point guard. Magic. He's coaching Kareem out there. He was talking to Kareem there.
A few games of experience at pressure time between these two people.
Foul was on Rodman, by the way, his second before the timeout, and Worthy hits the free throws. And the Lakers with a 4-point lead. That's the biggest they've enjoyed.
See, you must compliment the Lakers in this trap. They're really moving their feet and covering a lot of ground. Now, if they can just shut down the offensive rebounding, they'd have the total package.
They triple team Aguirre. Dumars in the paint. Kareem with another rebound. That's 8 already.
Tell me the big fella isn't doing it today, huh?
He is. You can sense the Laker determination here. Aguirre committed the foul. Right now, let's go over to Pat O'Brien. Pat?
Dick, the story of two huddles in that last timeout. Both of them, ironically, were talking about Laker basketball. The Lakers were saying, we're finally playing our game. Let's keep going. Detroit is saying, they're playing Laker basketball. Let's stop it. Slow the tempo down. We'll watch that one. Back to you.
Pistons are in the penalty. The Lakers, who committed only 3 team fouls. Mark Aguirre has yet to score in this game. You know, the other interesting thing really is the fact that the Lakers bench right now have outscored the Pistons by a couple. That's a surprise.
Yes, but see, the guards are not getting the shot opportunities.
They're flying at Aguirre. Green and Kareem.
See the footness, the quick speed.
Thomas quiets him with a jumper. 14 points for Isaiah Thomas with 4 minutes remaining in the first half. But it's a high-scoring game. It's to the Lakers' liking, the pace right now. Because that's the case in Game 2. Pick and roll. Rivers to Worthy. Open. No basket. Illegal defense called against Detroit. Pat Riley saying that the basket should count and they shouldn't be penalized, and they may change that.
We're going to have a little conference here.
I think they're going to change it. The basket will count.
I like you. You were right on top of that one. Had the call.
Hey, if I don't, you'll be on my back. You kidding?
Chuck Daly a little frustrated right now. Wants to talk this one over.
Worthy has 13 and a timeout.
I'm dead. I'm dead. July.
What is it now, Mike?
It's gone. July's phone bill. In the morning meeting. I'm dead.
MCI customer service.
Yes, we've misplaced a phone bill.
It's not there. I don't know. Why do people take...
That's it. Great.
Yeah, my wife takes things. Yeah, sure. Right off.
Just the total.
You took it. I know.
Good night.
Mike.
I'm really dead.
This what you need?
No. Yes. See? I knew you had it all the time.
MCI. 24 hours a day. We are the better long-distance company.
Good night, Mike.
If you think there's not a nickel's worth of difference between Chevy S10 and Ford Ranger, check Chevy's longer, wider box. Or Chevy's warranty, covering hundreds of non-powertrain parts. 2 years longer than Ford's. In fact, there's over 20,000 nickels difference. Because this Chevy costs over $1,000 less. Plus, choose another 15,000 nickels cash back. And you can take that to the bank.
That's today's Chevy truck.
The Black & Decker Air Station. It has all the pressure you need to inflate anything. Fast. The Black & Decker Air Station. Always at your service.
The Honda Lawnmower. It was first with a convenient blade brake clutch, with an automotive-type shaft drive, with an easy-starting overhead valve engine. It's the first mower good enough to be a Honda.
It's a big day in the NBA, Game 3 of the Finals, and a big day in sports. Right now, let's send you over to Brent Musburger. Brent?
All right, Dick, thank you very much. It certainly is. And coming up at the half, we're going to have the very latest on that tragedy in Detroit at the home of Thomas Hearns. He fights Sugar Ray Leonard tomorrow night, and there was a fatal shooting in his house. We'll have the latest for you. Also, we're going to talk live to a former Piston, Adrian Dantley, who was traded for Mark Aguirre in midseason down to Dallas. And then we'll bring you up to date with all the news in the NBA with the Gazette at the half. That'll be coming your way with the Prudential at the half. And right now, let's go back to Dick and Hubie. Dick?
Thank you, Brent. Well, you know, it's a rare time in the Forum where the fans have found the Lakers to be an underdog here, Hubie Brown. That's the case without Magic and Scott. Normally, they're big favorites here.
Oh, when you go through the year and you're 35-6 on your home floor, and then you're undefeated at playoff time, I should hope so. But I think when Magic at the beginning allowed the rest of the guys to, to relax a little bit. He got him out to a lead, see? Then he came out. The building got a little hesitant, but the rest of the guys, they're really doing it here.
They were never hesitant. Rivers guarding Thomas. Lost his dribble. And they'll call the foul on Rivers. That'll be the 14th foul. It is not a shooting foul, but the next one will.
Excellent strategy by the Detroit coaching staff. They were going to isolate Isaiah that time, take the rookie off the dribble. Let's see if he can stay with Zeke, because Zeke is hot.
He is. He has 14 points. Isaiah Thomas played the critical games big in the victory over Chicago in the conference final. 2 solid games in this series. 3.5 now to play in the first 24 minutes. Dumars pick and roll to Sally. John Sally developing more and more those offensive moves, has 5.
Has played well offensively in this series, looking for his shot.
Lakers trying to regain a 6-point lead, which would be their biggest. Rivers working against Thomas. 10 on the shot clock. And it's off Rivers' hand. He tries to save it, and it does into the hands of Thomas to Dumars, and that results in 2 easy Detroit points.
That's a tough decision. When you throw the ball back inbounds, you try to throw it up towards your backcourt so that they do not get that fast break opportunity.
So now the Pistons have cut the lead to 2.
See, you can see Isaiah is looking to double team.
And Rivers loses it off his hands. Very tough spot, in all fairness, for David Rivers, who rarely plays and now playing the most pressurized game of his life in his rookie year.
Well, he said it's strange how things work out. Every kid dreams of playing in the NBA Finals. I'm going to try my best and give all that I have.
And on the shot clock, there's the trap. Aguirre to Sally. Good to Lambeer. Basket good and a foul as the Pistons, with touch passes all over the floor, beat the trap beautifully.
I'll give them credit. Excellent movement of the basketball, getting the ball to the free guy. The Lakers are all over the place here now when you double with Kareem. How's this for a pass out? But now watch the repetition. Pass, bam, boom. There you go.
I like the bam better than the boom, but the boom got the basket.
Well, anytime you can pass to a 7-foot guy against a 6'1" guy, I hope you get a score.
Rivers committed the foul, and here's Lambeer. So the Pistons, who have scored 7 in a row to take the lead, with 2:15 to go in the first half.
See, the Lakers spacing the last 3 times down the floor has been out of sync. See how far Isaiah's off of Rivers. He's going to make him hit an outside shot.
Cooper. This is the 3. Worthy keeps it alive. 2 minutes to go in the first half. Rivers in the lane. Tough play. Tipped up again. Sally the rebound. The Pistons lead by 1. They were up by as many as 8 points in the second quarter here. And the Lakers came back and took a 6-point lead themselves. Pass to Aguirre, finds Laimbeer all alone again. But it was Aguirre who, that was a very tough pass to mark.
That's the second beautiful touch pass by Aguirre since he's been on the floor in this quarter.
Pistons have run off 9 in a row and a 20-second timeout called by Pat Riley. Well, as you know, only 2 teams have ever come back from a 2-0 deficit in the NBA Finals to win a title, the Celtics and the Portland Trail Blazers. Lakers have been in that position 3 previous times before this time, and of course they went down. Most recent was the Philadelphia 76ers series in '83, and a lot of people don't remember that the Lakers had some severe injuries there to James Worthy, Bob McAdoo, and Norm Nixon. But as someone said, once the series is over, as the years go on, all it has is the final score, no mention of injuries and who played and who didn't.
No, that's the toughest thing in pro sports. It's the bottom line. It's either a W or an L.
That's the run in the last 3 minutes for the Pistons.
Watch Joe Dumars create this pass over the top of Kareem, finds the free guy, and a drop down Aguirre to Laimbeer. Laimbeer has been on the receiving end here of 2 excellent passes.
David Rivers, Lakers trying to buy time with him in the lineup. Cooper, the shooting guard, not the point guard here. 8 on the shot clock. Sally's doing a great job in denying James Worthy of getting the ball and a turnover.
Well, we said the last 4 times down, they've come up empty.
Now Worthy intercepts Dumars' pass and is fouled by Mark Aguirre. That'll be 3 on Aguirre. He still hasn't scored.
Well, he has to be upset with himself. That's a bad foul. In the backcourt, you tell players, look, stop that trying to steal the basketball when we have to get back on defense. The amount of times that you steal it are minuscule in comparison to the amount of times that you foul or the guy goes by you and creates something bad at the other end.
James Worthy, the leading scorer for the Lakers, misses the free throw. He has 13 points in the game. Michael Thompson is in for L.A., and there's Rodman for Detroit. So Aguirre sits down. He has not been a factor in this game, although Mark is second on the team in rebounding in this series.
Well, between Aguirre and Rodman, they've been devastating. The amount of rebounds that they've acquired between the 2 of them, they're getting 16 a game. That's amazing.
Lakers have shot 26 free throws in this half. That's a high number. 11 on the shot clock. You watch the game clock in the first half. The Pistons by 2. John Sally outside. Rebound Green. It's tangled up with Laimbeer, but no foul. Differential is 12 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock here, and the Lakers looking to tie it.
Now watch how Isaiah will drop off here now to try to help out.
Rivers takes the shot and hits it to tie it up, and that'll do a world of good for his confidence.
Right on that, Dick. That's great to see that. I'm happy for David.
Playing for the final shot of a tie first half, and a high-scoring one at that. That's what the Lakers had in game number 2. Then came the fourth quarter. There's the final second. Dumars finds Rodman. Fouled with 1 second showing on the clock.
They're impressive, Dick. Their interior passing, when the Lakers are giving them that double team, has just been sensational. But, you don't do that without practice. You know what I'm saying? Give the coaching staff knowing where to put the players, and then the players reacting.
That's true. That's why these teams have fought so hard. It's not an easy route to the NBA Finals anymore. It used to be one series and you're there. Now it's a landmine. Rodman's free throw shooting used to be horrendous. It's improved to the point where he's nearly 65%. He's 3 for 3 from the line today. He gets them both. 1 second. Rivers fires well short. But the Lakers playing all but 4 minutes of the first half without Magic Johnson very much in it. But that's the end of the first half with the score. The Pistons 57 and the Lakers 55. And Brent Musburger will return with the Prudential at the half after this message.
you don't need a country kitchen to have great country chicken. McDonald's introduces the new country-style McChicken sandwich. Juicy all-white breast meat, crisp lettuce, and creamy mayo. Because you don't need to know country cooking to love our crisp country cooking. Don't need Aunt Clara's recipe to appreciate the great taste of our special country seasonings. New country-style McChicken, only at McDonald's.
You just got a frequent flyer award, huh?
That's right.
You don't fly frequently.
No, infrequently.
How can you be a frequent flyer if you don't fly frequently?
How can I hit the ball if you're talking to me?
How can you hit the ball if you're going to be talking over there?
On Northwest, you don't have to fly a lot to earn a free trip fast.
Just how orange does Minute Maid orange taste?
Quack, 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 quack.
1 and 2, navel zip, and 4.
Minute Maid orange. It's the orange in Diet too.
How does $27 in rebates from AC Delco sound? See this AC air filter? Sound like $1.75 to me. And this AC Duragard oil filter? $1.25. And this Delco battery feels like $6 easy.
Get up to $27 back in rebates on selected AC Delco parts, including spark plugs, wire sets, thermostats, and PCV valves. Now through July 16th.
Sounds like money in my pocket to me. This pocket, this pocket, this pocket.
Gotta be quicker. You understand that? Get off quick. You're faster than he is. Your right hand! Your right hand! Use your right hand now!
If it sweats, Eli shows it to you.
You don't pull any punches. I'll show you on TV2 Sports.
CBS Sports presents The Prudential at the Half, sponsored by the companies of The Prudential. Come to The Prudential and build your future on the rock.
Welcome, everybody, to the Prudential at the half. A spirited first half, especially by the Los Angeles Lakers in the second period. They trail by 2, and again, you get the feeling that it'll be the guard play of Detroit that will eventually determine the outcome. Isaiah Thomas had 14. Joe Dumars able to start that play and hit the open man. Bill Laimbeer underneath, and the Pistons were able to battle back. Welcome again, everybody. I'm Brent Musburger, and let me start you off with the breaking story surrounding that fight tomorrow night between Thomas Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard. A woman was found shot to death in Hearns' Southfield, Michigan home last night, and his brother Henry is now facing arraignment on an open murder charge. He is still being held. Police arrived at the scene, and they found the woman's body in one of the bedrooms of the house. At the time, 4 men were being held, but as of right now, only Henry is still facing charges. And obviously, the big question is now, what about the impact on Hearns in tomorrow night's fight? We're going to bring in our boxing expert, Gil Clancy, live from Las Vegas. And Gil, how has Thomas taken the news, and what impact will it have tomorrow night?
Well, you know, Brent, Tommy Hearns had already finished his training, and I'm sure his trainer, Emmanuel Stewart, had him ready both physically and mentally for this fight. And for this bomb to drop on him is certainly going to affect him mentally. Boxing is a sport that requires complete concentration. It's going to be up to his trainer to try to get this off his mind while the fight progresses. I think Tommy Hearns is going to be more aggressive in this fight, maybe give up some of his fight plan, and it certainly will affect him.
You know, Gil, in an earlier conversation with you, you indicated you thought Tommy had a chance to actually win this fight. What's your feeling now about tomorrow night? Who do you like?
Well, Tommy Hearns has got to punch his chance. He's going to have to hurt Ray Leonard early. Ray looks very, very strong. I think his physical strength will prevail.
All right, get out to that tennis court, Gil. I got some good tennis news for everybody. How about Michael Chang? Grew up right here, Southern California, 17 years old, youngest player ever to win any of the Grand Slam events. Became the first American today since our Tony Trabert back in 1955 to win the Paris Open. Wasn't that great, the French Open in Paris? Take a look at this young man. He just delighted everybody. And he put away Stefan Edberg today, 6'1", 3'6", 6'4", 6'4", and 6'2". That's a terrific story. and at the Westchester Open just outside of New York. You may have already known, of course, because it occurred during the early moments of the NBA game. They went into sudden death, and Wayne Grady was able to birdie that first hole and come away with the victory in that one. Well, the Lakers are without Magic Johnson here today after the first few minutes, but he still is racking up the postseason honors. Let's go to Pat O'Brien.
When you think of the Los Angeles Lakers and perhaps basketball itself, the name Earvin Magic Johnson comes to mind. In this decade, he has led the Los Angeles Lakers to 8 NBA Finals, and along the way picked up virtually every award in the business. And on that note, here is Kevin Wolf from the Miller Brewing Company. Kevin?
Thank you, Pat. This year's Miller Lite CBS Player of the Year, as selected by the CBS Sports Production staff, is none other than Earvin Magic Johnson of the two-time defending world champion Los Angeles Lakers. On behalf of Miller Lite, I'd first like to congratulate you on a great season and also present to you the Miller Lite CBS Player of the Year trophy. In addition, and from Miller Lite, I'd also like to present a check in your name in the amount of $5,000 to the Thurgood Marshall Black Education Fund. Again, congratulations, and it was definitely a great season.
Thank you. I'd like to thank Miller Lite and also the CBS production staff for voting for me and honoring me with this award. I'd like to also dedicate, I should say, half of it to my teammates for making it possible, as well as the coaching staff and everybody with the Laker organization. And also to Mom and Dad for making me here today. So thank you again, CBS, the NBA. What can I say? It's fantastic with Miller Lite. That's it.
And Magic, on behalf of CBS Sports and fans everywhere, thank you for the good times.
Thank you.
Yeah, right now, Pat, they need one more good time as far as the Laker fans are concerned here in the second half, or certainly in Game 4 Tuesday night. We come back now. We're going to talk live with the former Piston, Adrian Dantley. And we will check in with our Gazette at the half when we continue after this message and a word from your local station.
We go above and beyond just like you, above and beyond what we have to do.
I'm a Prudential representative. When I talk to people about CDs and mutual funds, they're surprised at the wide range of investment opportunities I can offer.
You work hard, so do we, to make what you've worked for a reality.
The Rock, the Prudential, above and beyond.
TV2 has said to me they want to put together a winning team that brings the best news product to the viewers of Detroit.
Vince Wade, now on Eyewitness News on TV2.
CBS. Knowing the plays and keeping to the game plan make the Metro Detroit Ford dealers Detroit's best team.
That's right, Coach Daly. Get 2.9% financing or $750 cash back on new Ford Taurus, or up to $1,000 cash back on Tempo. Plus, get $750 cash back on selected new Thunderbirds.
Number one in the standings week after week, the Metro Detroit Ford dealers.
Bob Thibodeau, Van Dyke and I-696, Tom Holzer, 10 Mile at Haggerty, Dick McQuiston, and Gibraltar at I-75, Dean Sellers, Maple East at Coolidge.
We fixed up Kareem. He shoots and he scores. The crowd goes wild. Cap. Hi, great crowd out there, huh? Oh, you know, they're here to salute you.
I love them all.
You know, I'd sure like to be in your shoes.
Better lace them on real tight, because that's all you have out there. Just you and your shoes.
Hey, Cap, who's the quickest player you ever saw?
Nate Archibald, Kansas City.
Who's the toughest you ever put a move on?
Judy, sophomore, UCLA.
Another great suggestion coming up on WCSX right after this one.
Because Classic Rock 94.7 WCSX plays 30 years of classic cuts, and every day on WCSX is a no-repeat day, our music library is just a little bit larger than most, which doesn't leave time for a lot of talk. WCSX, a lot of classic rock, not a lot of talk.
A shooting death at the Champs House. The story after the game.
Live shot of Dodger Stadium. It's the Dodgers and the Reds. The Dodgers, with trouble scoring runs, had been shut out back-to-back games by Pete Rose's Reds, and today they have taken a lead of 2-1. Of course, if the Dodgers don't start scoring soon, Tommy Lasorda will go back to eating some pasta, won't he? You know, a year ago, The man who led the Pistons in scoring in that great 7-game championship series against the Lakers was Adrian Dantley. He averaged better than 21 points a game, and you go back and look at the Pistons' 3 wins, and he was a key man. But then he was traded to Dallas, and Mark Aguirre checking in, but the fans back in Detroit have not forgotten AD. Look at a warm moment there. They're saying, give AD a share in a championship ring. Joining us now live. Adrian, what are your emotions now as you watch this NBA final on television?
Well, I feel very funny right now. It really hasn't gotten to me. The second game, I feel kind of funny on the inside. I know I should be there, playing there in the championship, but it didn't happen for various reasons, and it's over with now. Only thing I can do is look forward, go forward, and look forward to next year.
Adrian, in a situation like this, friends on both teams, do you pull for the Pistons to win this?
Well, I have a lot of friends on Detroit's team. I want them to do real well. I'm not going to lie to you, from a business point of view, yes, I want Detroit to win. But I feel like I should be there. I feel like I got screwed in this deal. It was a very controversial deal. The deal didn't have anything to do with basketball abilities. It had to do with a lot more than that. There's a lot of politics to the game that probably a lot of people don't know about, but this deal was not made because of basketball.
Now let me explore what I have heard, and perhaps you can clarify it or elaborate on it for me. Isaiah Thomas, what role did he play in Dantley being traded for Mark Aguirre?
Well, Brett, everybody knows who made the deal, who orchestrated the deal. It's old news. I really try not to go into detail about certain things because, as of right now, I am with the Dallas Mavericks. You know, I've been quiet the whole time. I've taken the high road, and I try to be low-key about the whole thing. Even you and everybody else know that I should be there playing for the championship. That's why they keep bringing my name up during the championship series. They keep comparing Aguirre and myself. But the deal didn't have anything to do with basketball. The deal was made because of a lot of reasons, which I couldn't go in detail right now about.
AD, obviously, there's a lot of bitterness now on your part about the trade. That comes as no shock to anybody who's listening to you. How effective will that make you with the Dallas Mavericks next year?
Well, hopefully, if I'm with the Mavericks next year, I think I'm going to have a good year. I've started working out last week. This is my 14th year, and I think Dallas will have a good team. It was very difficult for me to play in Dallas last year because emotionally it took a lot out of me because the way the deal was made. But wherever I am, I'm going to play real well, and I got some more years left in me.
In other words, you might be on the move again to still another team, is what you're telling us.
I know the business real well. I know the game. I know what's going on. I like to be in Dallas. I like John McLeod. I think he's a class guy. Mr. C, supposed to have a conversation with him in the middle of the summer, and I hope that I am in Dallas. But I don't have any control over that. NBA is a business. If you know it's a business, you'll do all right. And I know any time I can be on any team at any given moment, but that's just the way the business is.
Adrian, thank you for being with us here this afternoon. And obviously, we're out of time right now at the half, so our Gazette at the half will have to be postponed until Tuesday night, or maybe Thursday if the Lakers can break through and win one of the next two. We're going to come back now with the second half. It'll be Dick Stockton and Hubie Brown as the Lakers hope to break through, but they trail the Pistons by 2 at the half.
The Prudential at the Half has been sponsored by the companies of the Prudential. Come to the Prudential and build your future on the Rock.
Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball.
You got a thirst.
Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball.
You know what you need.
Give me the ball.
Fluids and minerals fast. Energy for hard-working muscles. Nothing better. Give me some of that Gatorade.
You've just discovered your car has a clear coat finish, which your ordinary wax just ruined.
New Simonized non-abrasive wax won't scratch today's clear coat finishes, and that'll save you a lot of grief.
On your path to success, reach for America's strongest financial helping hand, Citicorp and Citibank. More American families own their own homes and attend college with our help, and more get what they want with MasterCard and Visa cards from Citibank than from any other company. We also serve millions of customers in every major marketplace worldwide. Citicorp, because Americans want to succeed, not just survive.
If you're a business spending over $120 a month in long-distance services, and you think that you're saving 20 to 30% with another carrier, we want you to try AT&T Pro Watts. We'll waive the installation charges, waive the change charges, and if you're not satisfied and agree that we have the best value, price, and quality, at the end of 90 days, we'll pay to put you back on your other long-distance vendor.
Save 10 to 26% or more on AT&T Long Distance. Call now.
The revolutionary new power ratchet from Black & Decker versus an ordinary ratchet. Black & Decker's power ratchet is faster, easier, and cordless. The ordinary ratchet is, well, cordless. The new power ratchet, only from Black & Decker.
CBS Sports coverage of Game 3 of the 1989 NBA Finals is sponsored by Diet Pepsi. Make a fast break for great taste. Diet Pepsi, taste that's generations ahead. Citicorp, because Americans want to succeed, not just survive. And by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately?
And welcome back to CBS Sports exclusive coverage of the 1989 NBA Finals. At halftime, a tight game between the Lakers, who trail 2-0. The Pistons are in front 57-55. And Detroit has to feel pretty well positioned right now because they know they have that deep bench that could indeed wear out the undermanned Lakers later on. But no one can deny a majestic effort by the Lakers to stay close, really without Magic Johnson in that first half. Meanwhile, a few moments ago, Hubie Brown talked with Laker head coach Pat Riley.
Pat, outstanding effort in the half, but the major emphasis to get it done.
Well, we just got to keep working hard. That's what it's about. You know, we're not shooting the ball well at 40%, but we stay with the effort. Good things, I think, are going to happen for us second half.
Yeah, listen, best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Meanwhile, Magic Johnson out on the floor right now. And let's get an update from Pat O'Brien.
Dick out on the floor, but on the bench. You'll notice that they've taken the wrap off his leg. They said, we gave it our best shot. Treatment will begin immediately after the game. He will not play today again. Back to you.
All right, that's the story. So the Lakers are going to have to go without their warrior. That's what he had in 4 minutes in the first half. Tony Campbell, who is the second leading scorer for the Lakers with 11 behind Worthy's 14, has 3 personal fouls. Detroit now facing the Laker trap, as they will probably the entire game. Dwyer has not scored in the first half, starting up front with Laimbeer and Mahorn. Dumars with a left-handed layup off the glass. You kind of like that one.
Yes, and I noticed how you said layup. That was under some duress and some difficulty.
The other night, it looked like he did it automatically. Cooper and Tony Campbell now have to handle the starting backcourt chores for the Lakers. Amazing, this two-time champion going around Magic and Scott, but Kareem hits the sky hook. He has 10.
You know, he had 11 shot opportunities in that first half, Dick. He's now 4 for 12, but it is there.
Dwyer double team. Quick pass to Dumars. He's wide open. Rebound by James Worthy. Outlets to Campbell. Detroit shot 55% to only 40% for the Lakers in the first half. Yet it's a 2-point game. Green setting a pick for Worthy. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Here goes Kareem again with a long sky hook, and he's hit 2 in a row.
What's great about this is he wants the challenge. He's accepting it. He's looking for the shot, and he's going to force Detroit to double team. When that happens, everything will open up outside.
Well, the Laker edge in offensive rebounding, that raises a few eyebrows. Popping out is Laimbeer, misses. Maguire keeps it up for Detroit. Thomas draws the foul against Cooper.
See, this is a real pushing match down in here. The main thing is to try to get your position and catch the ball. There he is. Now, that was a long one. That had to be about 12 to 13 feet.
Cooper's foul is his second, and Thomas is on the free throw line. Isaiah had 14 points to lead 3 Detroit players. Now in double figures. Dumars has 12 and Rodman 10 off the bench. But he missed the first. There's Rodman getting that treatment for his back problems. Terrific interview with Brent Musburger and Adrian Dantley at halftime, and obviously bitter Adrian Dantley. He said it wasn't basketball, that politics that got him traded from these Pistons to the Dallas Mavericks, and he said he should be here in this series. Worthy, good position inside. Gets Mahorn to foul him.
See, that's been the telling thing all day today. The moves are there. The inside opportunities are there. But they just cannot seem to get the shot down.
James Worthy seems to be a different player at home and away in the NBA Finals the last 2 years. Look at that contrast. Right now, James Worthy has 14 points and a chance for 2 more. He was the MVP of last year's final. And now with 16 points. He's averaged 18 in the first 2 games. Lakers by 1. Off a screen, Dumars. Kareem with another rebound. That's 10 for Abdul-Jabbar. One of his best games off the boards all year.
See, the Lakers can push it, Dick. It's there. Kareem is getting that board to get it out. They'll get some easy opportunities.
Worthy working against Mahorn. Cooper for 3. Yes. Cooper with his second 3-point basket has 8 points.
See, he measured that one, Dick. He's 2 for 5 now in threes. That will open up.
You said it, they got to space that offense out. That's important. Thomas comes back and hits a 3. So that'll blow out the candle pretty fast when you match one like that. Lakers, though, lead by 1.
Playing with a lot of confidence, Dick. They really know that they can get what they want in their half-court sets.
They're going to need a lot of help besides Worthy getting points. Kareem doing his best has hit 3 sky hooks now in the second half. This crowd is loving it. The 42-year-old making his last stand after an incredible NBA career. I don't think anyone will ever play nearly as long ever again. Thomas with a runner misses, and another rebound. The lead is 3 for the Lakers. Isolate. McGuire guarding Worthy. There's the move. There's the basket. Magic Johnson's playing the role of cheerleader this afternoon. Timeout, Detroit.
To the man whose friendship knows no boundary. To men of dignity, courage, and valor. To everyday heroes everywhere. We offer our best. A beer smooth enough to be called a Miller.
Why that man a Miller? Nothing but the best will do. Why that man a Miller beer? The best comes shining through.
You're looking sharp. You're looking good. You've come so far. And we know how to make the most of who you are, father to son. It's what we've always done. Gillette.
The Gillette Atra Plus system with the Lubra Smooth strip for the best a man can get.
Here's the leader in compact trucks, Ford Ranger, with big advantages that Chevy and Toyota don't have.
Go with the leader.
Advantages like 4-wheel drive at the touch of a button. Only Ranger 4x4 has it. Standard.
Go with the leader.
And Ranger beats Chevy S10 in standard horsepower and torque. It's today's best-selling compact truck.
Go with the leader. Ford Trucks.
See your dealer now for low financing or special savings on '89 Ford Ranger.
You never know where history will unfold, but you always know where to turn. The CBS Evening News with Dan Rather. You always know when it's CBS News.
Right now, the big question is, where does the help come from? Watch Worthy size up Aguirre here. Here comes that left-handed, beautiful move. He's always dangerous going to his left. But how about the theme for this half? Other people contributing. Watch the big fella. Watch the big fella step in to set up the sky hook. Beautiful.
Kareem has 14 points and Worthy 18. They are the scoring leaders for the Lakers, who are missing Byron Scott and Magic Johnson's total of 20 apiece. Got to come from somewhere, and those two savvy veterans are giving it to the Lakers right now. Aguirre will inbound. 3.5 gone by in the third quarter. Dumar's going to the hoop against Campbell, who's playing with 3 personal fouls, and we have a Laker personal here. Look at the front court scoring edge by the Lakers. Detroit started out hot there. Tony Campbell, though, has picked up his 4th foul, and that's going to hurt. Tony Campbell with 4 fouls. David Rivers played sporadically in the first half, 5 minutes exactly, and L.A. just barely got by.
Well, Pat Riley and Bill Burke just talked to one another, and they're going to leave him out on the floor. They need Tony Campbell to make a contribution. So what if he gets his 5th? We cannot fall behind. He's a contributing scorer, but most of all, they need his defense.
Lakers relying on players who weren't part of their championship run, like Woolridge and Rivers. And people who saw little action, like Tony Campbell. Lakers by 3. They have yet to miss a shot this period. They're 5 for 5 after going 40% in the first half. And Campbell took too many steps, but you can credit Detroit's interior defense to make him confused.
Well, they react so quickly. That was an outstanding pass. Right down in, found Campbell, but he was going away from the basket. Tough catch, a tough area to catch.
Pistons trailing by 3. Turnovers virtually even. Aguirre drives in, will go to the line, looking for his first points of the game.
Yeah, I'm looking at Mark Aguirre. He comes here from Dallas, averaged right around 25 points a game during his career there. He was the main man, the guy that they were going for. It's very difficult for a player like this to submerge his talents and understand that he is not the #1 honcho to get the job done, but he's accepted his role.
There's Campbell going out. Woolridge is back in. Tony Campbell goes out with 4 fouls, scored 11 points in the first half. Aguirre gets 2 free throws, 68-67. Dumars and Mahorn is yelling at Worthy. And I wonder whether Mahorn wants Worthy to go after him.
Well, you see, anytime that you have a physical player matched up on a scorer, the physical player is told not to let the good scorer go to his area where he wants to go. So every time that Worthy is cutting, anytime Worthy's trying to go down the post up, Rick Mahorn is not going to let him go there without catching a forearm in the chest, and he's going to dictate. He's not going to back down. He knows why he's in the game.
And if he doesn't do it, he'll be out of the game in a hurry.
Well, you know, I thought A.C. Green made a good statement about him. He says, you know, Mahorn plays as long as he plays within the rules. You know that the physical aspects are going to be there. You just accept it.
Against Dumars, Worthy. That's the roll. Worthy 20. What did he tell you before the series started? He said, you know, I don't care about all this talk before the series and between games. I do what I do on the court during the games, and I don't talk much after.
Absolutely. He just adjusts.
Lane Beer, 3 outside, misses. Thomas to O'Brien. Woolridge, 3-on-2 now. Woolridge took it himself. You know, during the year, I don't think Pat Riley liked that all that much from Woolridge, but he'll take anything today.
He'll take it today because Woolridge is alive. He's looking to attack the basket.
Lakers by 5. Aguirre has the shot blocked. Kareem. But now Detroit comes up with it, and Thomas fires a 3. Might have rushed that one.
See, the Lakers could push the ball and score, Dick, but they don't have that guard that can make the necessary pass. Green.
And That's the first miss of the second half by the Lakers. And on the fast break, Dumars slices in for the basket. Joe Dumars with 16 points, and Dumars and Thomas are doing the number again offensively.
Lakers have just got to slow it down, get in their half-court set, go down inside to the people who are scoring. Wow, that's good, excellent call.
Lambeer trying to deny Kareem, pushed them away, and that'll be 3 on Bill.
See, Woolrich is looking to pass the ball, but he made up his mind right at the top of the circle. I'm going all the way. Lambeer gave him the highway.
Pistons with 2 team fouls, the Lakers with 3. Cooper. Michael Cooper now with 10 points. He has hit 2 3-point baskets, but 8 assists for Michael Cooper, so he is doing it both ways today.
Well, he's getting it in the post-up stuff, but if he'll put the ball on the floor and go down in there, a lot of nice things will happen for the Lakers.
Dumars gets the hoop, and Joe Dumars now with 18, the same number as his backcourt mate Isaiah Thomas. Woolrich on the other side. Reverse layup. This is a Laker pace all the way right now. 76-71.
Hey, we've tried to bring that out in the first quarter. The fast break is there. Make or miss if they'll get the ball up the sideline.
Dumars again is open and again hits the shot for 20. Joe Dumars has scored over 20 points in every game of this series. The Lakers have hardly missed. 9 of 10 from the field in this quarter. Worthy, is he determined enough?
You know what's great? He's taking the double team, allowing them to jump in the air, then he's reacting.
And when Rick Mahorn got into it with him, I think James Worthy said, I'm going to turn this thing around a bit. Dumars with another one. Boy, Dumars and Worthy are having a duel at sunset here.
See, Joe's getting open a lot because they're double teaming on the other side of the floor, so he's open, but he hasn't missed the outside jumper.
Cooper misses the 3, and Kareem holds on to it. Lakers are scrapping, but you got to remember, if the Pistons are close, and they are within 3, they got the bench. They can wear you out down the stretch. Kareem. Basket counts and a foul. Boy, is he doing it. 16 points and 12 rebounds for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. But Green committed the foul. The basket did count, and Green on the loose ball foul.
You'll see, watch Kareem. He wants this shot badly. Now, this is a tough angle shot for him because Isaiah almost makes the steal. Now, down in the lower right-hand side here, you'll see the foul there. A.C. Green over the back of Mahorn.
Now the Pistons trailing by 5. Dumars has scored the last 8 points for the Pistons. Wants to make it 11. Nothing doing. Rebound, Woolrich.
Isaiah Thomas agreed. Everyone is uptight here.
Did they call a technical on Thomas? They called a foul on him. No T yet. No T, I should say.
See, Isaiah was crashing the offensive board, Dick. And early you made a great statement how Isaiah is one of their best offensive rebounders. And you'll see Isaiah in there. But, you know, that's just the guy blocking out. Any good front court player knows. See, here he is. He's trying to explain to him. You know, what's up, Z? You're on my back. My job is to put a body on you as quick as I can.
I think these officials are doing a fantastic job in what is a dramatic and desperate and heated situation in the finals, with a couple of teams who have come out obviously aggressive today.
Yes, I mark off yes in all the boxes of the above. You're right.
Kareem goes out. He has played easily his best game of the playoffs. Let's see if they called a technical on A.C. Green. Dumars is on the line. They did. Technical foul on Green. So Dumars makes the tee with 4:04 remaining in the third quarter.
See, the Laker bench, the coaching staff, all 3 guys are up all over Mike Mathis. They're saying, what are you doing? We got the foul. Now you give my guy a technical.
Worthy posting up against Dennis Rodman, who's come in the game.
He wants it back.
Cooper hits a three again. That's three-point baskets for Cooper. And the Lakers are up by 7. That's their biggest lead of the game. Dumars fires from the corner, and he's having the same kind of game he did in Game 2 at the Palace. He has 25 points, 15 in this third quarter, and the Lakers call a timeout.
If you're James Worthy, you're upset. You have to score at your end and then chase Dumars at the other end.
These are the shapes associated with one of the country's most popular and award-winning sedans. But what's truly noteworthy about this vehicle is that it's not a sedan. It simply performs like one. Ford Taurus Wagon.
See your dealer now for low financing or special savings on '89 Ford Taurus.
Time for the Allstate Good Hands Award. Based on his total steals and assist-to turnover ratio during the postseason, Michael Jordan had the best hands in the NBA's Eastern Conference playoffs. And this steal and slam dunk is just one reason we can say, good hands, Michael. That's the Allstate Good Hands Award. And remember, you're in good hands with Allstate, a member of the Sears Financial Network.
If you've got yourself a car and you've got yourself a house, you could be on your way to some very nice savings. Because with Allstate Homeowners Insurance and an excellent driving record, you could save up to 15% on your auto insurance. And 15% could mean big money for all the important little things.
What a day.
What a day. The Allstate Auto Advantage. Another reason. A member of the Sears Financial Network.
One of the reasons the Lakers are enjoying a lead at this juncture of the game is the fact they've been able to get inside the vaunted Piston defense with plays like this from Orlando Woolridge coming off the bench. This is what he's doing against the double team inside. And Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, easily his best game of the series, maybe of the playoff, coming up big when the Lakers needing him the most.
You can't say enough about what he's doing from the offensive standpoint. Detroit's trying to get away with just playing man-to-man coverage on Kareem. And look at those statistics. Because he's also outletting the ball and relieving a lot of pressure, you know, so that the Lakers can get down and get into a nice half-court set.
For him in Inglewood, California. Less than 3.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Dick Stockton and Hubie Brown. Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Lakers at home trail in the series 2-0, and they're scrapping without Magic and Scott today. Green missed, Kemp is missed. Lane Beer has the board. Dumars has scored the last 11 points for the Pistons. He has scored 25 in the game. Going for 2 more, and he's got it 13 in a row by Joe Dumars.
Isn't it beautiful how he knows when to go all the way or back up for the little short jumper and then to step back for the long jumper.
Stripped away by Dumars on defense. Talk about playing both ends of the floor. Joe pulls up. He's hot. He's got it. 19 points for Dumars here in the third quarter. Brings Detroit to within 1. And he has silenced his foreign crowd. Looking for a miracle win without Scott and Magic in the lineup today. Magic played 4 minutes to start the game. Thompson fights his way in and gets the hoop.
Now, when Michael Thompson first broke into this league with Portland, he was a big-time scorer up there for years. And if they're going to continue single coverage, he can take Lambier in the low post there.
Off the screen, Dumars go to the hot man. What a quarter for Joe Dumars. 31 points and 21 in this third quarter. 85-84 the Lakers. And they throw it away. And now the Detroit can wrest the lead. David Rivers will come in, but first let's go to Pat O'Brien. Pat?
All right, Dick, if James Worthy's ears were burning that last time out, that's because the Detroit huddle, that's all they were talking about. Stop James Worthy. The second thing was take the crowd out. Well, they succeeded in the crowd anyway. Let's go back to you.
But who's going to stop Joe Dumars? Thomas goes in, and it's still Detroit ball. This has been Dumars' quarter, but the Lakers cling to a 1-point lead.
Remember now, there's a fatigue factor with Worthy because he has the guy who's been chasing Joe Dumars.
It's amazing how this works, this story within a story of two characters. Now it's up to the rookie David Rivers to hold his own. Guarding Thomas with 3 on the shot clock. Here's Isaiah. Good defense that time by Rivers.
Excellent.
And Sally comes up lane. Gonna try and run it off. Someone might have stepped on his foot. He picks up his 3rd personal foul in the process.
Chuck isn't waiting. He brought Mahorn right back in.
That's why when people say that when you have a lead, the series may be over, you never know. Remember, Billy Cunningham said, Philadelphia, LA, it's 3-0. You got to close them out. You never know when one of your stars is going to get hurt. We hope Sally's all right, and it looks like it's not a serious injury. 10 on the shot clock, 1:19 to go in the 3rd. Great spin move by Michael Thompson, Hubie.
He's blessed with great quickness. He's 7 foot, he's got excellent size, long arms, and he's a very active player. And I think he came into this game today saying, I'm going offensively every single time. And they're catching him down in there 6 to 8 feet where he can operate.
Rick Mahorn picks up his 4th personal foul. Pistons in the penalty. The next foul by the Lakers will put them in the same dire straits with 1:11 to go in the 3rd quarter. Van Mahorn gets inside of Michael Thompson. Slight strain for John Sally. Lakers lead by 1. Under a minute now to go in the 3rd.
Cooper almost tackled Mahorn.
Rodman fouls Woolridge, and for Rodman, that'll be his 3rd, and he'll shoot it. You know, deserves a lot of credit in this game is Michael Cooper. Besides the 3-point shooting, he has played the entire game, has 13 points and 11 assists, and he's not a youngster anymore.
That's right. He's in his 10th year, and he's been noted as a great defensive player, but today the perimeter 3-pointer is there. He's the all-time leader in the NBA at playoff time for making of threes. His defense on the point guard is excellent, and then when they go into the trap, he's the key guy at the point that must do all of the running.
Only Kareem has played more games in a Laker uniform than Michael Cooper, which says something about his longevity. Lakers by 2. Pistons looking to knot it up. We've had 19 lead changes in this game 3. Sally back in there. Short with a jumper, but Rodman keeps it going.
He said the Achilles heel of the trap is you must get back and rebound because your players are out of position.
The difference is 6 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. They'll call the offensive foul. James Edwards, that's 3 on Edwards with 17 seconds. So the Lakers with the ball and a 2-point lead.
See, when you're a post-up team, when a player like Edwards, Chuck Daly had the frustration because he wanted his man to be able to work down inside to receive a pass. Thompson was playing him very tough that time.
There are the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Michael Cooper from the corner. Misses. Dumars. 1 second, fires it up. And despite 21 points from Joe Dumars in the 3rd quarter, the Pistons, who led by 2 at the half, now trail by 2. And that's the end of 3. With the score, the Lakers 88 and the Pistons 86. And we'll return to the Forum after this message and a word from your local station.
You got another Diet Pepsi?
More people are moving to Diet Pepsi. A generation ahead.
You know, ball players learn superstitions early. Some guys rub their bats for luck.
Good job.
Some guys always wear rally hats. Others pet the catcher's head. Me, I take my relief pitcher to Pizza Hut before every game.
Now buy a Pizza Hut pizza and get a relief pitcher for just $2.49. Then get free Pepsi fill-ups all summer with any dinner-size pizza to go. Every pitcher sold helps support Little League of America.
With a great relief pitcher, maybe you don't need superstitions.
Pizza Hut, making it great.
This is CBS.
Stroh's Light. Now in a new package. Stroh's beer now comes in a brand new can. A brand new 6-pack. A brand new 12-pack. A brand new 24-pack. And a brand new 11,000-pack.
Did you know Pontiac outsells every import?
I had no idea.
Did you know Grand Am's base sticker price is over $1,000 less than Honda Accord?
I had no idea.
You can add to your Grand Am value with 2.9% financing or $1,000 cash back.
That's the idea.
Do you know why Pontiac outsells Honda and Nissan and Toyota?
I've got an idea.
See quality Pontiac, Pontiac, Jim Frizzard Pontiac, Royal Oak, or Packer Pontiac, Pontiac.
After the game, a live report from Vegas on the shooting at Thomas Hearn's house.
For a close-up look at all the stars in the NBA, pick up your copy of the NBA World Championship video. All the highlights from the All-Star Weekend through the playoffs. Wow. And exclusive coverage of the NBA Finals. To order your copy, call 1-800-453-7300. That's 1-800-453-7300. Wow.
And welcome back to CBS Sports coverage of the NBA Finals. The Lakers and the Pistons. And back in the city of Inglewood, we want to offer congratulations to the city and the Lakers organization, whose combined community efforts to fight street crime and drug abuse resulted in Inglewood being recently named one of the 10 All-American cities this year by the National Civic League. Congratulations to Inglewood from all of us at CBS Sports. Meanwhile, inside the Forum, at the corner of Manchester and Prairie, it's an 88-86 game with the Lakers leading. Now, remember, the Lakers led by 8 after 3 quarters at the Palace in Game 2, managed only 2 field goals in the entire 4th quarter. So the Pistons really tighten their defensive screws when it comes to the 4th.
Right now, Isaiah going to go down and put the pressure on David Rivers to see what he can do, run some clock.
Rivers has Cooper along with Michael Thompson, Willard, and Worthy. Trying for the steal. It's still going to be Piston ball with Rivers. You know, the Lakers have scored 66 points in the last 2 quarters. So you question where they're finding offense. They're getting it. You mentioned people like Kareem and Cooper and Campbell.
Nice distribution, Dick.
Rodman in there with Sally and Edwards up front and Thomas and Dumars at guard. Here's Thomas in the paint where he likes it. Short shot, Rodman gets fouled. Going to have to block out Dennis Rodman because he also does his best work in the 4th quarter.
Now here's a guy with a bad back. He played limited time in the first half. In 12 minutes, he comes up with 6 rebounds, 3 offensive. This is his 4th offensive rebound in this game, and you can see that he's in an awful lot of pain.
12 rebounds for Rodman, and when he hurt his back in the Chicago series, came in with 15 rebounds in that game. Boy, his free throw shooting has improved. There's Thomas.
Listen, he's getting the bounce today. Come on, Dick.
All right. I'll agree with you. 5 for 5 from the line. And now 6 for 6 ties the game at 88. What a likable fellow Dennis Rodman.
Like Chuck Daly said, if everyone played the game like he did and practiced like he did, coaching screams joy.
9 on the shot clock. Thompson gets a good feed from Cooper and gets hit. Crowd doesn't like the hard fouls, but that's the name of this game when you come to this level.
Sure. And Thompson's got to, now you're just in this situation. Watch Rodman trying to deny Worthy. When that ball goes to the other side, see, he tries to get a piece of the body and then take the shot in the face to try to deny at all times. Here he is, making his move.
First free throw is good by Michael Thompson. Worthy leads the Lakers with 22. Then comes Kareem with 16. Cooper with 13.
See, Detroit they have players out here that are going to take their 6 fouls. And they know that when they go in, they're going to sacrifice their body, and they're not worrying about offensive production.
Rodman and Mahorn are the only Pistons with 4 personals. Vinnie Johnson has been kind of quiet. 4 points is all he has in the game. Dumars gets Rivers to leave his feet. Missed the shot. Woolridge clears it. David Rivers not quite pushing it up. Back to Worthy against Sally, the taller man. Loose ball into the hands of Rodman.
This is a good move by Chuck Daly because Sally is the leading shot blocker in this series. The Lakers wanted a violation out of bounds on that.
Tipped away by Cooper. It's still Pistons ball, and they have 7 seconds to try a shot. 90-88. Want to remind you, we'll be here at the Forum. Game 4 Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Rodman, who has scored 12 points and has 12 rebounds. Dumars. This is the long-range shot. David Rivers staggering toward the hoop. Vinnie Johnson fouls him. Basket. And the rest of the Lakers salute him.
What a great move here by Daly. How about through the legs that time? Now watch as Vinnie fouls him here, how he regroups and still has the presence for a soft shot.
A lot of people never thought he'd play basketball again. He had a gash in his chest as a result of a van going into a ditch with Kenny Barlow, his teammate at Notre Dame, in the summer of '86. They had to go a tremendous rehabilitation. They didn't think he'd come back, so he did. Tremendous, courageous effort by David Rivers. Under 10 minutes to go. Sally. Good arc and good motion on the jumper.
You know, he's really improved his shooting, but from that area, which, you know, you call the no man's area, it's about 10 to 12 feet from the basket. That's a tough shot.
Worthy spins in and dunks it on Sally. Playing like a man possessed. Worthy with 24.
While James was looking for the foul, Sally once again went for that shot block.
Lakers already have more field goals in this 4th quarter than they did in game 2. They'll call Pistons for the offensive foul. It'll be Vinnie Johnson with his 3rd. Let's watch and marvel James Worthy and his moves inside.
The quickness here is the main factor. Now watch the dunk. Watch how he accelerates. See, there's no question what he was going to do.
Now the final chapter, students, in Bosworth's book of etiquette, personal hygiene. I suggest the maximum protection of Right Guard Sports Stick from Gillette. Antiperspirant and deodorant. Anything less would be uncivilized.
I love you, little Jenny Catherine. I want to tell you something very, very important. Daddy got a raise. That means I can buy you a sandbox, sliding board. What do you think? You think we should put some of it away? What do you know about the stock market? I love you, little Jenny Catherine. Guess what? Daddy got a raise.
Seagram's golden wine cooler.
Seagram's golden wine cooler. Golden wine cooler. Feel the guys, love you all the time.
This NBA game summary is sponsored by Seagram's Coolers. Pure Seagram's, pure fun.
Everybody knows about the Detroit Pistons bench, but the Lakers have outscored them to this point right now, and sizzling shooting by LA in the 3rd quarter. Joe Dumars is showing the world that he is a star and maybe a superstar in the backcourt for the Detroit Pistons. As you look at the beach in Santa Monica, California on a beautiful afternoon, throughout Southern California, but Laker fans are wondering whether their team can get back in this series. At the Forum, playing without Magic Johnson, who played for 4 minutes with a strained hamstring. They took the wrap off, has not come back and will not come back. And Byron Scott, who's in civilian clothes. The Lakers have a 4-point lead right now. Let's send you over to Pat O'Brien. Pat?
He's standing behind the Detroit huddle, one of the most unusual huddles I've ever seen. They got together, and Chuck Daly sat them down and took one look at him and said, guys, you got to play harder, play harder. And that's all he said. And they sat there in silence, and now they're back on the court.
That's all he needed to say, Pat. Let's see if they respond. Woolridge outside. Now Michael Thompson posting up against Edwards. And he is hit. It is not a shooting foul. It is the third team foul against Detroit, though.
See, you like Michael Thompson's game today. As soon as he catches that ball, you know, he's not looking to pass. He's looking to make a quick move.
Edwards has his fourth personal foul.
Here's a battle.
Rodman guarding Worthy. Needs help. Blocked by Edwards. Worthy went baseline again. Edwards got a piece of it. Vinnie Johnson feeds Rodman, who loses the ball out of bounds.
Delay a game.
That's right. That's a warning. Pat Riley trying to pull a rabbit out of the hat.
Watch this. This is Worthy trying to post up. He's going in there. You know, usually guys will go in. Now watch James Edwards. Beautiful block.
Perfect.
Definitely on the way up.
Perfect play. 94-90 Lakers. Their biggest lead was 7. Detroit had an 8-point lead in the second quarter today. Woolridge to Worthy. Good defense by Rodman. Took him off his shot totally. Rodman feeds Sally. Well, that's what those two youngsters who were drafted in '86 gave this team.
Rodman cannot finish the break. I think that any time that he elevates, he really has a lot of pain. He's looking to get the ball back. That was beautiful give and go.
Still Laker ball. It's a 94-92 game, and Kareem is back in. Replaces Woolridge.
The reason for this is Pat Riley seeing that everyone is standing around trying to go one-on-one. By Kareem coming in the game, it gives you a different look. You have the low post situation, and then we'll see.
Rivers slips it up, misses, and Rodman the rebound. So the Lakers spoiled the last 3 times down the floor. And Isaiah Thomas followed up by Vinnie Johnson with a basket to tie the game at 94.
Key in the playoffs, Dick. Shot selection. You must take shots that you have a high percentage to make.
Pistons have had that. Lakers have not. And a tie score with 7:46 to go. Who wants it more?
Teamwork makes winners. Be all you can be. Sponsored by the U.S. Army. Detroit's Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas form one of the NBA's most versatile guard tandems. Each combines the offensive arsenal of a devastating scorer with a point guard's instinct for finding the open man. By unselfishly sharing their backcourt responsibilities, Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars use teamwork to be the best they can be.
I know college won't be an easy climb. That's why I joined the Army. With the GI Bill and the Army College Fund, in 2 years I'll have $17,000 to help me pay for college. And I'm developing the confidence and determination I'll need to help me succeed when I get there. Now I know I can make it to the top, not just in college, but in whatever I
do. Wednesday, his business about to go up in flames.
I'm liable for everything.
Desperate measures in desperate times.
This will ripple out and touch people in ways that you haven't even considered. This isn't a robbery. This is retribution.
Jerry Lewis guest stars. Wise guy.
Without Magic Johnson and Byron Scott, the Lakers needed points from people other than James Worthy, and they've gotten it this afternoon. But he'll be with the score tied and 7:46 to go. The Pistons have not been able to be shaken by the Lakers. What do you think could determine this down the stretch?
Well, the main thing is to go down inside. When they get it to Kareem, Thompson, or Worthy, they're getting fouled. Good things are happening. But it's when they stay perimeter and they allow the Detroit defense to get after them. That's where the problem is.
What about Detroit? If you're the Pistons now, and now after all of the flash, it's a tie game. What are your thoughts?
In the last minute and a half to 2 minutes, anytime they get a rebound or a steal and kick the ball out, they're getting a 2-on-1, 3-on-2. They must force the action. Isaiah and Dumars are on fire and play to their key people.
Tony Campbell back in the game. Rivers goes out for the Lakers. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Kareem. He's got another one. 18. And his parents cheering him on in the final days of a great career.
Right now, Detroit's already committed 3 fouls. This is also going to be big, Dick.
Vinnie Johnson gets it to Edwards. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Thomas. And Isaiah Thomas now with 20 points in the game. His first basket in the fourth quarter.
He's made so many shots, Dick, with the shot clock at 2 or 3. And tough shots.
Pistons win the title. He'll be the guy to make it happen. Michael Thompson with a one-hander. Sally the rebound.
When you get those open ones, Dick, and you put it on the floor, you've got to attack the basket and attack it strong.
Detroit looking to take the lead. Vinnie Johnson will give it to him as he penetrates inside. 98 to 96. We have had 20 lead changes in the game. Into Kareem.
Oh, yeah.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 6 for 6 from the field this half, and Abdul-Jabbar with 20 points. His best playoff game, and it couldn't come at a better time for Pat Riley. Vinnie Johnson drives, gets the basket, and draws the foul.
See, we can't emphasize that point enough, Dick, about attacking the basket, getting a shot that you can make, but going strong. Vinnie Johnson's last 2 scores here have been right into the teeth of the LA Laker defense, taking on the 7-foot guys, shooting it right in their face.
Plus, he is able to get Tony Campbell into deeper foul trouble. Campbell now has 5, 1 more and he's gone. So they know that if Tony Campbell fouls out of this game, it's either going to be David Rivers or they have to have a big lineup with someone like Worthy in the backcourt.
Yeah, but they've had a nice mixture today, and I think Pat has confidence now.
Even if Campbell doesn't play.
Absolutely.
All right, 101-98. Nearly halfway through this fourth quarter. Pistons in front. Green finds Worthy. Edwards, the big guy on him. Double team with Thomas. 3-point attempt by Michael Cooper. Green keeps it going.
Reset and go to your strength.
There it is, the skyhook. Rodman just outreaches everybody for rebounds. He's got 17 boards today. But you know, Hubie, it's those guards again. Vinnie Johnson is 7 of the last 9 Piston points after 21 by Dumars in the third. And there's Isaiah Thomas. Edwards going in strong. There's Rodman, but the loose ball into the hands of Green.
Lakers have got to come up with some easy scores, Dick. They won't get them off the fast break because they're not pushing the ball. It's got to come out of second shots and out of the tracks.
Sally on the switch on Kareem. Green draws the foul. Gets 2. I tell you, those rims have been kind to shooters on both teams today.
Absolutely. Talk about a degree of difficulty. This is off the scale. Look at this. How he reaches in with his shoulder, takes the hit, and the bounce.
Wow. Edwards will go out of the game. And Lambeer goes in. And A.C. Green with 11 points has his best scoring game of the series. Pistons with 14 fouls, 1 more there in the penalty. The Lakers still have a couple of fouls to give. Green misses the free throw.
Foul shooting today has been very, very big.
Working on Magic Johnson, wrapping up the leg. Does that mean Magic thinks he could give it a couple of minutes if the game's close down the stretch?
That's a maybe, but who are we to say from here?
Well, they're wrapping it. Gary Beatty over on the bench. Meanwhile, the missed free throw could have tied the score for the Lakers. Thomas, foul going to the hoop. That's the 3rd team foul against L.A.
Kareem exasperated. He thought that he had the block that time. Excellent move by Isaiah. Once again going down inside.
Backcourt shooting, 62%. Lakers are way down. That's not a big surprise considering no Magic and no Scott. But boy, the Piston guards are coming up big for the third straight game.
Yeah, you brought out a point in the last game, Dick. This guy is only 6'1", Isaiah Thomas, and he has the courage to go down in there and then hang around even on the offensive board in case of a miss. He takes some pounding.
And he's not healthy. I mean, he's got a hamstring problem of his own, plus that left hand. Under 4.5 to play in the fourth quarter.
3 seconds.
Cooper gets Thomas in the air. Cooper hits the jumper. 15 for Michael.
We're seeing some great matchups here. Rodman on Worthy off the dribble is a clinic in defensive foot movement.
Isaiah Thomas goes around inside, loose ball. Saved by A.C. Green with 4 minutes to go, and the Lakers trailing by 1. Boy, this is pressure because the Lakers know what it'll mean to be down 0-3.
3 seconds.
Tony Campbell's got to get out of there. Either that or look for him.
Oh. Steal. Thomas took it away from Cooper. And is fouled by Green. He'll shoot 2, and the Lakers with their 4th team foul.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
Breakaway?
No, it's not a breakaway. They're giving a foul and taking it out on the side. That's why Mike Mathis had a no before the shot. Chuck Daly, timeout.
3:45 to go without Magic Johnson, who will not come back, we understand, despite the wrap. Pistons lead the Lakers by 1.
Want to tap into real draft beer taste? Then tap into the cold. Cold filtered, never heat pasteurized, Miller Genuine Draft.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Cold filtered, never heat pasteurized, Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place. So tap into the cold. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft.
It's here, the National Jeep Sale, featuring the most exciting Jeep Cherokee offer of the year. Now get $1,000 cash back on every 4-door Jeep Cherokee. In fact, $1,000 cash back on all Jeep Cherokee and Wagoneer models. Get legendary Jeep toughness with all the trimmings and get $1,000 cash back. So get to the National Jeep Sale at your Jeep Eagle dealer now. This is a limited time offer.
See your local Jeep Eagle dealer.
The bad boys of Detroit, the world champions of LA, the finals, game 4, primetime Tuesday. Rock on!
We are back at the Forum in Inglewood, California. On a beautiful day, but a critical game 3 of the NBA Finals. The Detroit Pistons lead the LA Lakers 103-102. Neither team has fouls to give, and they both have an ample amount of timeouts remaining. Dick Stockton, UB Brown, Brent Musburger, and let's go right now to Pat O'Brien. Pat?
A lot of things going on down here. In the last Laker huddle, they were talking about keeping him out of the inside. He said, get your shoulders down low. This is the time to suck it up. On the Detroit side, Dennis Rodman's back is starting to bother him a little bit. Back on the Los Angeles side, Magic Johnson, that's just the beginning of his treatment. For after the game, he will not play. Back to you guys.
All right, Pat, thank you. So for the Pistons, they have Rodman, Sally, Laimbeer with Thomas and Vinnie Johnson. Cooper and Campbell at guard, and up front it's Kareem, A.C. Green, and Worthy for L.A. Vinnie Johnson. And there it goes. Vinnie Johnson with 13 points. He has 9 in this fourth quarter. And it's a 3-point Detroit lead. Kareem down the middle with the skyhook, and 22 for Abdul-Jabbar, and that is double his playoff average.
We have just seen 2 great individual efforts. Vinny at the one end with Campbell right in his face and Kareem extending on that one.
Vinny Johnson hits another one. And the Lakers, whatever happens in this game, have been unable to stop those three Detroit guards again.
Last two times, Vinny's had the defensive player right in his face with the hand up over the top of him.
Vinny's 5 for 5 in this quarter. And the lead is 3. Tony Campbell loses the ball. 6 on the shot clock. AC Green has to put it up with 2 seconds to go. But that time it doesn't go in, and he is called for the foul. Offensive foul against AC Green, and Detroit takes over possession with a 3-point lead. Lakers need defensive stops now. They're going to have a chance to avoid a 3-0 deficit.
Well, they're going to their trap now.
And a 20-second timeout called by the Pistons.
Good call by Chuck, because that's the first time they've seen the trap this quarter.
Well, tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes. This evening, a look back at stories that 60 Minutes has done in China over the past 8 years. Then it's Murder, She Wrote, followed by the CBS Sunday night movie, A Place to Call Home, starring Linda Lavin. That's all tonight on CBS. Malibu. Surf looks good.
Everyone is indoors watching this game.
Right. Here at the Forum, the crowd has taken on the same kind of demeanor they did at the start of the game, when they were anxious and kind of waiting for maybe the other foot to drop. There's Commissioner David Stern enjoying this game. 2:21 to go, and for the Lakers, every game and every play is important. This 2:21 could mean their season in essence.
The effort is here, and the confidence in the different combinations is here. You're right, 3-0 would be very, very difficult to come down on. But look, this is a very proud team. Anything can happen. We have plenty of time.
We do. 7 on the shot clock. You're watching it on the left side of your screen. Vinny Johnson is hot. Hits another one. He is out of sight. 17 points for Vinny Johnson. 13 here in this quarter.
Out of sight is an understatement.
Yes, it is. I have to admit that. Under 2 minutes to go in the fourth. 109-104. The lead is 5. Illegal defense called against Detroit. That'll be a technical foul. Ed Rush is going over toward the sideline. Let's see if it is or whether that's a warning. In any event, a timeout has been called by the Lakers. Vinny Johnson, hot this quarter. Dumars was hot in the third. Detroit leads.
So you didn't buy your Regal Summit for the $500 cash back.
I bought it for its one-of-a-kind dual warranty. I'm not impulsive.
But you took the $500.
I'm not stupid either.
Cold filtered. Never heat pasteurized. Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its smooth, real draft beer taste, the world is a very cool place. So tap into the cold. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft.
You're looking sharp. You're looking good. You've come so far. And we know how to make the most of who you are. Where the race is run, you're the champion. Gillette.
The Gillette Atra Plus system with the Lubra Smooth strip for the best a man can get.
Give me one good reason why you chose the Eagle Premier Limited.
4-wheel disc brakes, leather-trimmed interior, air conditioning, power everything.
I only asked for one.
Take your pick.
Here's the story in the second half of Detroit's guards, but maybe as important is the fact that those three have scored 70 points in this game. They scored 72 in the previous, 65 in game one. they continue to get better offensively against the Lakers.
It's like they take turns. Isaiah had the big second quarter. Dumars dominated the third. And Vinnie Johnson has really taken the sails out of this crowd with his last 3 field goals.
That was the Pistons' first illegal defense. The first one was waved off because of a basket. So that was just the warning. There's the story. Kareem inside against Sally and is fouled. And a chance for the Lakers to bring it to within 3.
Putting the pressure on the Lakers once again to go to the foul line and make their foul shots.
5 fouls now on John Sally. 1 more and he's gone. Kareem is 3 for 3 from the line.
Just remember we said, Dick, earlier about there are players here that know for Detroit that they can take their 6 fouls. And when you know that your coach is going to leave you in the game, then naturally you play with more aggressiveness.
109-106. Cooper is on Thomas. Lakers now trapping. 7 on the shot clock. Thomas has to make a decision here. Finds Vinnie Johnson, who's been red hot, goes up. Rodman gets the offensive rebound. Laimbeer tips it in. Kareem. The Pistons had their chances. Second and third shots, and now the Lakers down by 3. 13 on the shot clock for Cooper.
Get down inside to Worthy or Kareem.
Here's Worthy. Knocked away by Vinnie Johnson. 8 seconds for the Lakers to attempt a shot. The coaches. Now you see Riley wants a 20-second timeout. They are sweating this one out in game 3 here at the Forum. So Hubie, the Lakers now have just 2 timeouts remaining. Detroit has 3 full timeouts left.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what they come out here with on this baseline. You must be prepared for Detroit to trap the guy who catches the inbound pass. That's a possibility. It's also interesting, many NBA teams will play a 2-3 zone at this time.
The crowd getting up for their big moment that they hope the Lakers can come back here. And the Pistons hold them off.
The key is where they're going to catch this inbounds pass. How quickly they can get into their power game, either into Kareem or into Worthy.
Worthy has scored 24, and so has Kareem in his biggest playoff game of the season. They have 5 on the shot clock. Tony Campbell has it knocked away. 1 second, Worthy fires it up and hits it. He turned around and hit it wide. 2 points. 109-108, under a minute to play. This crowd on its feet. Chanting defense. Thomas drives in and gets a big basket. And again, the Lakers let one of those guards penetrate.
Well, that's been the telling thing of the 3 games. They're looking down inside.
And the Lakers will call a timeout. That'll leave them with 1. 111-108 with 32 seconds to go, and a clutch shot by Worthy.
Watch this as the ball is going. He realizes that the clock is going to go off. There's your elevation.
26 for James Worthy, but Thomas came back with a big one for 24 for him.
Okay. But just suppose another tornado rips up our Meadville plant. Then what? Or suppose we have a string of accidents, like we did in '86. Suppose I get sick again. Would another insurance company come through like the people from the Hartford? I doubt it. And after 14 years, this fella is not about to find out.
When you need us most, we're at our best. The Hartford.
It's ever so tough being ranked #1 and not being rank. Playing the game without getting gamey. What assists me is Right Guard Sports Stick from Gillette with its maximum protection and aromatically airy scents. It's the essence of good gamesmanship. After all, when one is capable of home runs, why play foul? Right Guard Sports Stick, deodorant and antiperspirant. Anything less would be uncivilized.
Watch how quick Detroit reacts here now. Cuts off the drive. Isaiah gets the block. Now, as James Worthy picks this up and shoots it, the bench wanted a three, but he's straddling the line right there. He was over. It was not a three-point shot. A definite two, but a big two.
All right, it's a 111-108 game, and the Lakers with one timeout remaining. It's always tenuous when you're down to one, and they're going to have to use them all.
See, with 32 seconds on the clock, if you score quickly, that you know now that there still will be more than 24 seconds for Detroit at the other end. You're looking at 2 quick possessions. That's what you want. So it isn't necessary for them to take a three. They can go for the 2.
The 3 should be the last resort.
I like that.
I knew you'd subscribe to that coaching theory by me. Worthy will inbound, looking for Kareem. Lost the ball into the hands of Lane Beer. Critical turnover. And Isaiah Thomas is fouled with 28 seconds to go in this game. Green committing the foul. Both teams in the penalty, and Thomas will shoot the free throws.
Now, just keep an eye on Kareem and watch Lambier push him in the lower back. There it is right there. He pushed them, pushed Kareem out further, but that's normal pivot play that we see in the NBA.
Isaiah Thomas, that is the 73rd point by one of those 3 people, by the 3 guards of Thomas, Dumars, and Vinnie Johnson. It's a broken record now, the way it's been going in this series. Dumars with 31, Thomas 26, and Vinnie Johnson 17. Cooper has it knocked away, and the Pistons with 19 seconds to go, leading by 5. And they're going to jump it up. A valiant effort for the Lakers with Magic Johnson unable to play more than 4 minutes, and Pat Riley sees the handwriting.
Well, they just cannot give any more than they've given here today. A number of people have stepped forward and given them outstanding efforts, but Detroit's defense has been outstanding.
Defense, second shots, great guard play. They play hurt too, like Dennis Rodman. He, by the way, has a playoff career high 19 boards with that bad back.
Is that all?
Presenting a turning point in the history of screwdriving, the Black & Decker cordless screwdriver. A screwdriver so powerful it can drive 100 screws on a single charge. Any less, and it wouldn't be the Black & Decker cordless screwdriver.
I didn't know who to trust, especially with a foreign car.
Midas has the right muffler for almost every foreign car and guarantees them for as long as you own that car. No appointment needed.
So I went to number 1.
Nobody beats Midas. Nobody.
So, you've just waxed your car, and you've discovered something very sad. Your car has a clear coat finish. If you've used ordinary wax, that finish is finished. New Simonized non-abrasive wax is different. It won't scratch today's clear coat finishes like ordinary wax. And that can save you a lot of grief.
Game 4 of the NBA Finals comes your way Tuesday night from the Forum here at Inglewood, 9 o'clock Eastern time, as the Detroit Pistons may be in a position there to try to sweep the LA Lakers. Lakers will suffer their first playoff loss at home with this defeat. And the Pistons will now have won 6 in a row in the playoffs since they trailed the Bulls 2-1, and it looked like that seemed to be the wake-up call when they were down 2-1 to Chicago, and they've been playing great ball since, Hubie.
You can't say enough about their defense. It's so difficult for you to get down in a lane when you want to make something happen. They converge on you, and it's any number of guys. Isaiah Thomas has just made 3 great defensive plays here, and we're thinking of him only as the offensive catalyst.
That's true, but the Pistons have held the Lakers to only 20 points in this 4th quarter, and they always do it in the final 12 minutes of a game. They're going to jump at center with Green against Thomas, controlled by LA, down by 5. And they call Thomas with the foul to stop the clock with 13 seconds to go, and Chuck Daly doesn't believe that.
That was the one thing you did not want. All right, Isaiah, you know, he's standing, but Chuck, wow. You know, that's a great reaction. You make both of these foul shots right now. All right, and then you're in a 3-point game. 13 seconds. Anything can happen with full court pressure.
Is sports great? I mean, here's Isaiah Thomas, and he does something that you would tell a raw rookie never to do. David Rivers.
A little bit of pressure on David Rivers here.
LA has one timeout remaining. And it's a 3-point game, 113 to 100. Detroit calls a timeout. This game is not over. 113-110.
Whoa! This is the valley, Rebecca. Here we can start our new life.
And with hard work, the land will give us all we need. Because this is home.
In the movies, happy endings are easy. But in the real world, it takes solid planning. So for financial security, peace of mind, and finding the home of your dreams, come to the companies of the Prudential and build your future on the Rock.
To prove how long Rain Dance car wax lasts, just add water. Rain Dance, the longest lasting protection you can buy.
All right, Hubie, it's yours with 13 seconds to go and a 3-point Detroit lead. They have the ball.
First of all, Detroit has 2 timeouts left. The next factor is, if you're Chuck Daly, big decision. Do you take the ball out all at the other end of the floor to give yourself 94 feet to work? Or do you take the ball out of bounds at half court and then make your passes towards your own basket? If you're the Lakers, first thing you're thinking, full pressure all over the court. You must try to steal the inbounds pass. You have 1 timeout left. If you catch it and go to the open floor and take a 3 or a 2, do it. If you do not have a shot, call a timeout. Let's see what happens.
They're going to take it out from midcourt. John Sally will inbound it. AC Green will be on the passer.
All right, this reduces naturally the area that Detroit can get the ball in bounds. And also it helps the Lakers in the amount of ground they have to defense.
Dumar's on the line. They call a jump ball. They do. Jump ball with 11 seconds to go. And you're right. You have a lot of room when you do the 94 feet, but the Pistons have been around a long time. And I'm sure they've worked on this. This is a...
See, in the NBA, it's so difficult when you take it out at half court. You cannot pass it into the back court. You must throw it forward. Now what you're relying on is that your people are going to pass the basketball around. Here we go. This is big.
Each team has 1 timeout left. Dumar's jumping against Green. Ball. 9 seconds to go, trailing by 3. Riley knows he has a timeout, and they're going to use it now. So that means that when they inbound it, they will not be able to call one in case Detroit puts some pressure on it.
All right, now, as you go into this Laker huddle here now, you have to be thinking, are we going for the quick 3, a good 3, or are we going for the quick 2, and then possible foul?
You know, ball players learn superstitions early. Some guys rub their bats for luck.
Good job.
Some guys always wear rally hats. Others pat the catcher's head. Me, I take my relief pitcher to Pizza Hut before every game.
Now buy a Pizza Hut pizza and get a relief pitcher for just $2.49. Then get free Pepsi fill-ups all summer with any dinner-size pizza to go. Every pitcher sold helps support Little League of America.
With a great relief pitcher, maybe you don't need superstitions.
Pizza Hut, making it great.
Staying on top is not easy. You have to give 110% and expect it from yourself, everyone, everything. Speed Stick deodorant gives 110%. That's its edge. Why? It has no alcohol, and alcohol evaporates. Speed Stick protection doesn't evaporate even after 24 hours. Glides on dry in just a few strokes. That's 110% protection.
Speed Stick deodorant, the wide stick.
That's your edge.
Laker defensive hustle are making things happen. Watch A.C. Green disturbing the inbounds passer. Once that pass is made right down in here, there is your quick trap, and they actually get the ball. Now, in the situation here, Dick, the Lakers have no timeouts. They are famous for setting up people to take a three-point shot on the opposite side of the floor from the ball. Now remember, the most dangerous guy in the NBA now at this time is the inbound passer. When he throws the ball inbounds, and if people converge, they go right back to him to take a three.
The Lakers were trailing by 5 with 28 seconds to go, and the foul by Isaiah Thomas on David Rivers was a big one because it gave the Lakers 2 points with nothing coming off the clock. Now Cooper is 3 for 8 from three-point range today. Rivers 0 for 1. Those are the primary shooters.
You want to get a three, but if you can't, a lot of times teams will go for a quick two and then try to steal or foul quickly.
Here's Rivers, and it's deflected by Dumars. Great defensive play and a foul, and it was Joe Dumars who got the ball back with a terrific defensive play on Rivers in the corner.
Now there is frustration. Here we have one of the first team all defensive players in the NBA doing his job, what he's noted for. On this release, look at this play. Not only that, the block. Now watch the quickness, and they save the play. Saves the play and gets the ball back inbounds.
He is a star, and we said bordering on superstar status. Quiet Joe Dumars with 31 points, 21 in the second half, and the defensive play of the game. A.C. Green is fouled out with 11 points and 8 rebounds. He's gone. Jeff Lamp will come in. Joe Dumars is, at this point, Hubie, you'd have to say the player of this series. All of the guards have been great, but Dumars has been especially tremendous.
Well, it's happened at both ends of the floor for Joe. He takes the game under control, and he knows when he's hot to run his string and then also to get the other people involved out of the offense.
Lambeer, 79% from the line in postseason. But he's got to miss them both for the Lakers to have a chance, and they have no timeouts left. You've got to come up all the way. You're going to have to get it up in a hurry if he misses the free throw.
Well, if they get a rebound, 5 seconds is a lot of time to push the ball down the floor. They have all three-point shooters out there.
That's the big one. 5 seconds to go. The lead is 4. Campbell fires it up and misses. Johnson, who scored 13 points in the fourth quarter to spark the Pistons, has given Detroit a commanding 3-0 lead in the NBA Finals. And not since 1983 has a team been on the brink of a sweep. And it was the Lakers who trailed Philly 3-0 and went down in 4 straight. Right now, let's go over to Pat O'Brien. Pat?
Dick, with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, a great hustle for you guys, great effort emotionally. Now what, though, Cap?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
A great hustle for you guys. Now what are you going to do?
Well, we're just going to have to regroup and try and win one on Tuesday night. That's all we can do. We're going to just come out and work as hard as we can to win one game.
You gave it everything you had today. What will you tell your teammates now in the locker room as captain of this team?
Well, we got close. We're just going to have to go back and fight for it, and maybe next time something good will happen.
Kareem, see you Tuesday night. Dick?
All right now, let's go up to Brent Musburger.
All right, Dick, thank you. As Magic Johnson heads inside the Laker locker room, as far as the Lakers' fortunes are concerned, they desperately need him in Game 4 on Tuesday night. The other side of the coin, what a sensational final Joe Dumars has turned in. Not only offensively, but that play on David Rivers may go down as the key defensive play of this series. Not only was he able to block that shot, but he saved it from going out of bounds and thus gave the ball to Bill Laimbeer, and Laimbeer went down and finished up the scoring for the Pistons. So we're going to come back for a final word from the Forum in Inglewood in just a moment.
NBA action is fantastic.
Johnson will bring it in.
But Rivers short. Back to Johnson from the 55. Being good! He banks in a 55-footer.
Still got a second left.
Here goes the Manning who'll try to retaliate. He does! In the final 3 seconds, a pair of mid-court shots. Can you believe it?
NBA action is a knockout.
It was 113-110. After a timeout, it was Rivers from the corner, and here came Dumars from the side. But after he makes the unbelievable block, look at what he does. He saves the ball from going out of bounds, and the Pistons win it. So for Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, and Pat O'Brien, I'm Brent Musburger saying so long from the Forum, where the Pistons have taken a 3-0 lead on the Lakers, 114-110.
CBS Sports coverage of Game 3 of the 1989 NBA